this is a big game for both teams because they're jockeying not only for trying to get to the playoffs, but once they get there, they want to get a better seed as you're going in. Ray just a game back at 1-1. Moody and King still looking at their first district wins as King plays Miller tonight as well. So it's a big one. It's a must-win for both teams.
And, while we did say that Carroll is 1-1 in district, that one loss was last week to Miller. So, again, don't count out the 1-1. GP being 2-0 in district, this is going to be a fun one. All
right, both teams are down on the field as you're going to flip the coin here, and let's see who ends up getting it. Actually, they've already done this before the ball game, to be honest with you. This is for the fans, and don't want to give it away. We already know we don't want to give it away yet, so we'll let it play out here on the field, and we'll let you know who wins the toss and who ends up getting the ball first. And Mr. Jaime Arredondo, trustee for CCISD, with the honors of flipping the coin tonight.
You want to receive?
Let's see if he did a good job for his
Carroll, put your back
team,
over there.
Carroll
GP right here by scoreboard.
His son is the principal.
GP has won the toss. They've opted to receive. Gentlemen, shake hands. Have a good game.
Absolutely. And the Gregory-Portland Wildcats, they want the ball. They'll get the ball first to start this game. And don't forget, we got Ronnie Hamby, who's going to be down on the sidelines tonight. And, guys, let me know when he's available. We'll go to him and we'll get some thoughts on this game coming in. Carroll Tigers been battling that, that elusive injury bug. Both teams are this late in the season, of course. So their starting quarterback is out again tonight. So we'll see a lot of number 17, Nate Bazan, and number 12, Jesse Garcia. Bazan is just a sophomore, and Garcia is a junior. So there is obviously coming off the bench, they've got a lot of depth at quarterback, and we'll see that tonight.
And good news, though, for Carroll, Nick Cantu, who was out last week and this week, he suffered a concussion. He might have been cleared today, obviously. If he was, he couldn't come back into this game. But good news is, for the Carroll Tigers, everything going well. I saw him earlier this week. He was in high spirits. He'll be back with Carroll next week.
Yeah, I heard they played tomorrow night. He might have been able to suit up. But probably a good thing that he sits out one more week just to make sure. So Luke DeLeon has got it teed up now for the Carroll Tigers. There he is, number 20. He'll kick it off. And he's a great kicker. He always kicks into the end zone, and he does it right on cue in the back of the end zone. So Gregory-Portland will now start first and 10.
Gregory-Portland, their starting quarterback, I'll mention this real quick before we toss to Ron. He was my Chris Super 6 Showcase quarterback. So keep an eye on him. He definitely has some elusive receivers, and Cody Adame, his running back.
All right, we promised we'd head down to the field with Ron Hamby. He's our other member of our broadcast team tonight. Ron, what you got for us?
Hey guys, I'm looking forward to a competitive matchup here for Game Night South Texas. For the Carroll Tigers, they really need this one, and we've seen what they can do taking down Cal Allen on a previous Game Night South Texas. They shut down the run, and that's what they're going to need to do against a balanced Gregory-Portland offense. They're going to have to make them one-sided. GP is coming in hot, guys. I don't know who's going to slow them down. Let's find out.
Well, thank you, Ron. We'll be hearing a lot from you tonight because I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think both teams have got a lot of octane tonight, and I think they're going to be at full throttle throughout. And you saw the first play of the game. Gregory-Portland went to the run. It was a short run. It was a gain of only 2. And, of course, their quarterback is a senior, number 8, Reed Dooms. And they'll throw it out, and it's a catch, I do believe, and that will be an early first down for the GP Wildcats.
And a precision air first down, and that was to Brandon Coates. That's one of Reed Dooms' top receivers this year. He's a senior for this Wildcat squad and definitely his go-to. Here, GP trying to switch up the play here.
All right, so now first and 10. Now Dooms will drop back, and we have a whistle early here, and we got a couple of flags on the field. Let's see who this is going to get called against. We have had some early movement by the GP offensive line, and I'm pretty confident that's what they're going to call right here. So they're going to probably walk
number 6,
5 yards.
The 5-yard penalty remains first down.
And it will now be first and 15 for the Wildcats. As Larissa had mentioned before we kick off here, it was a tough start for GP, losing their first 4 games and come back. They've won 3 in a row, undefeated, 2-0 in district play, and a first-place tie with the Miller Bucks. So their run defense really struggled early on, but they seem to have been able to catch their – and, boy, you see, speaking of catching, some good tackling here by the Carroll Tigers, and no gain there for the Gregory-Portland Wildcats.
Well, you know, one of the guys in on that tackle is number 90, Logan Webb, a senior defensive end. When he's in the game, Carroll is doing very well. There were some games early on where he was battling some personal issues, not an injury, but so he would have to miss some games. But when he is in there, that's when Carroll started winning, and a great play there by Webb.
All right, it was no gain. It'll now be 2nd and 15 for the GP Wildcats. Dooms is back to pass. Good protection throws. Got a man wide open. And that's Brandon Coates again. Pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. That's another big precision air first down through the air now. They've converted on 2 first downs by throwing the ball.
One thing about Gregory-Portland, they are smooth throwing that football. You know, Reed Dooms, this is his 3rd year as the starting quarterback, so he has a lot of great connections with these Wildcats.
Now they go back to the ground attack, and really not a whole lot there. Carroll's defensive line doing some good tackling. That might be about a 2-yard gain for the Wildcats.
You know, Carroll, they got a lot of practice last week going up against Miller and their stout running back, Broderick Taylor. So definitely ready for Cody Adami. Now, Cody's a different style. He's not that big power back like Broderick was. He's a little bit skinnier. He's very elusive, so if he can sneak through the gap, he might be gone. It
is 2nd and 8 now for the Cats, and again, they're going to throw the ball. Dooms across, got a man open. That's a nice catch there, and all the way down inside the 30-yard line, and GP with another
precision air first down, and that was Carter
it.
Dominguez. He's a young sophomore, so that's a name that you're seeing that connection early that we'll see for many years for Gregory-Portland.
I've got a lot of wide receivers written down here, and he was not one of the 4 that I was told they might be throwing the ball too early, but he is out there, and he's already making a big contribution. So 1st and 10, and pass out again. This is Brandon Coates. Brandon with a big gain after the catch, shoved out of bounds, and we may have a late flag here against the Carroll Tigers, but another precision air first down.
Coates is very elusive, so if he gets out in open space, he's very fast. But one guy I want to see go up against him for the Carroll side is number 3, Ryan Guetta, because he is their fastest DB that Carroll has. A few weeks ago, I remember he ran down Damian Figueroa, the running back for TM, and that's saying a lot.
Well, it's actually going to go against the GP Wildcats.
Number 7. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
All right, it'll still be first down, but they'll mark it back now at the 29-yard line.
First flag of the game here tonight.
All right, it is now 1st and 11 from the 29-yard line of the Carroll Tigers. And Dooms throws, another catch, and again it is Brandon Coates, who's been Dooms' favorite receiver early on. That's a 5-yard gain all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That was Marcus Ramirez with the tackle there. Coates definitely making a name for himself. Like I said, he's been doing that all season long, and this is a new district for Gregory-Portland. You know, in the past they've been with Flower Bluff, so we don't have that, I guess, rivalry game this year. That wasn't on the schedule, so they're with all the CCISD teams this year.
All right, it is a little bit different, without a doubt. This district has really reshaped itself. 2nd and 6 now. GP on the move here, early going, but again, they haven't really been able to get the running game going yet. That's no gain. Again, the Carroll defense doing a good job stuffing the running back.
You know, Carroll does have a great defensive line up front. They're big, and I mean, they get a lot of practice at practice because they've got one of the top big running backs, senior Robert Muhammad, that we'll see coming up here when the Carroll Tigers get the ball. But he's tough going up against, and that's why that Carroll defensive line is ready to go.
Well, it was no gain. It's now 3rd and 6. Again, GP's had very good success throwing the football, so I imagine he'll throw it again here. And Dooms is looking for his main man. Again, that is Brandon Coates, but they can't come up. It's in and out of the hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Actually, that was Cody there. That was his running back there going out on the flat.
You're correct, but Cody Adams.
Cody's very good, so don't let this first drive hold you back. He has a very good running back for Gregory-Portland, but again, Carroll's just doing a great job, you know, causing some havoc early for him.
Well, GP is going to go for it here on 4th and 5. Ball on the Carroll 23-yard line. So they elect not to try a field goal. They're going to go for it here. And this is the game's first big play, and let's see how GP does here on this 4th and 5. Again, Dooms in the shotgun, back, good protection.
He's looking for Coates.
And that ball is incomplete, and the Carroll Tigers force.
Huge stop for the Carroll Tigers defense. That is what they needed. Now they got a long way to march down the field, but what a great motivation boost for this Carroll Tigers squad. Now for me, like you mentioned some names at quarterback. It's not number 10 was the one who started last week for Carroll. Of course, Nick Cantu is out. When you got a guy like him, you know that's going to be your starter. So with him out, I'm interested to see how the new starter does. Again, Nick should be back next week, but see if they can get going early because they had trouble against Miller early. Of course, it was Miller, so we'll see how they do against the stout GP defense as well.
All right, so again, it is Nate Bazan, the sophomore. He'll get the start tonight, and he's in the backfield, and he'll hand it off. We got some early movement here, looks like, against the Carroll Tigers, and I think they'll march this one back 5 yards.
And again, it's tough when you have a new quarterback in the backfield. This is his first drive of the season, more than likely. So obviously he gets a lot of practice reps as well. So while this first drive might be a little rough, once he gets back in there, Carroll will be ready.
Tigers have been playing so much better here in the second half of the season. We saw them just a few Thursday nights ago. And they went in there and beat a very, very good Carroll team. That was kind of their coming out party this year.
And that was a great first half start.
It was, and then they followed that up with a big win against Tulsa Midway the following week. All right, Bazan is going to run this one, and he's a really good runner.
Oh, he coughs it up.
Came right out of his hands, right into the waiting arms of the Gregory-Portland Wildcat, and we got our first big turnover of the game.
That's number 3, Britt Nuss on the fumble recovery, and that's an Ewald Kubota turnover.
And that's certainly worth a Miracle Method replay. Let's check it out, and you'll just see that Bazan was off and running, and looks like somebody went up there and just knocked the ball loose.
Let's see if we can get a look at that number. Number
Yeah,
24, I believe. I'll have to go back and look.
That might,
it is number 24.
does that qualify as a hit of the game, as a nominee?
I think that's a big hit, and that is Aiden Moreno, the junior linebacker.
All right, so the GP Wildcats get the ball back about where they left off on their first drive, but they could not get a first on 4th down. So it's now 1st and 10, ball their own 28-yard line. They're able to go back to the run game. There's just nothing there. So far, the Carroll defensive line has dominated in the trenches here, and no gain whatsoever. It'll be now 2nd and 10.
Again, Carroll's got 2 really big defensive ends. We saw Logan Webb a little bit earlier. You also have number 91, Jonathan Hall, and both of those guys, they're huge. They're both seniors. They're both big impacts on this team, and they're going to cause some chaos for you in the backfield.
And you see the clock is running, 7 minutes and 14 seconds to play here. Throw out again. This is Brandon Coates.
He's got
Brandon
room.
Down the sidelines, and he'll get run out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. So that's another big precision air first down. Coates again doing it after the catch.
Coates is very electric out there. You know, I remember a few of these connections last year, but you can just see even the highlights we have on the Friday Night Fever that Coates and Reed have put in so much work over the offseason and this year that is just, when he needs help, that's his go-to.
Well, so far the Tigers do not have an answer to Gregory-Portland's passing game. This time it'll be Dooms will run for the first time tonight. He'll pick up about 4. I think that's their longest run of the game so far tonight.
You know, it looked like it was only going to be 2 yards, but he did that Superman leap over some of the guys to get the extra 2 yards there. So great job by Reed Dooms. Again, he was one of my Chris Super 6 showcase quarterbacks. He's not afraid to run the ball. He's got a good arm, so he's able to throw the ball as well. So, and again, Reed is comfortable in the pocket because this is his 3rd year.
That was officially a 3-yard gain. It'll now be 2nd and 7. And they'll hand it off to Adams and up the middle. And again, not really a whole lot there. He does move the pile a couple of yards.
You know, it probably helped for Adami, you know, having Reed run the ball because now they have to keep an eye on the quarterback. And I think that's one thing they weren't doing. So they just knew, oh, we got to get Cody. We got to get Cody. But when Reed kept that keeper, you know, it really kept the Carroll defense on their toes. Of course, now it looks like they've got about 3rd and 5, ball on the 6-yard line.
Officially 3rd and 4. They can get a first down without scoring. Let's see what Reed Dooms will do. He'll take it himself, and he's going to be short of a first down. He got down to about he got to the 4. He's going to be about 1.5 yards shy of a first down.
Very impressed with this Carroll defense. Again, on that last drive, they were able to shut him down on a 4th down stop. Can Carroll do it again? Because they're not going to be kicking that ball. They're going for the they're going for the first down or the touchdown, and they just need about 2 yards to go just to get the first down. So yes, they can still get that first down and not score here.
Well, let's see if Dooms, he's been their best runner so far tonight. Let's see if he keeps it himself, and he will. He'll go around up the middle. He'll get a first down, and he'll get shoved back at about the 2. But
Carroll thinks they got the stop. Number 22 does at least. He's on fire. Number 22 is Tristan Wiggins.
I believe
but he's running back out there.
Yeah, his forward progress definitely got him the first down.
Definitely, and that's what helped with GP. They didn't need the touchdown. They just had to get to the 2-yard line.
So a nice effort there by the quarterback, Reed Dooms, to pick up that first down.
Wow,
they're
this
going to measure.
Fun.
Let's see here.
This is the first game we've had, I believe, in measurement this year on Game Night South Texas. We need to get the index card out. Haven't seen that in a while.
You're dating ourselves now. I guarantee you. None of these football players know what that means. Let's see.
It's going to be close. Well, we got a good shot of it
here. He is
here.
going to be short of the first down. Guys, let's look at the replay. I'm looking. It looked to me like his forward progress got that first down. Let's take a look at the replay if we can for Miracle Method. But he had to get to about the 2-yard line. I don't think we're going to be able to tell from this angle, but looked like he kind of pushed the pile a little bit there.
Yeah, great play. Again, 22 was there, Wiggins.
But that's
number 16 was there.
Just can't see from that angle.
Deshaun Porter, it's hard to see from that angle, but you can see it took 3 guys to hold him back. So now Carroll's deep in their own territory, ball on their own 2-yard line.
All right. Can't afford to turn the ball over here, and they'll keep it on the ground, and there's not really I don't think there's any gain there for the Tigers. It'll now be probably 2nd and 10. Yeah, you got to be really careful at this spot of the football field, especially when you know you're coming off a turnover.
And if one guy can hold on the ball, it's Robert Muhammad, number 11 there, the senior running back for the Carroll Tigers. But one of the first guys there on that stop was Aiden Moreno from GP. He was the same guy who got the big hit just the drive before that forced the fumble. Again, it was the quarterback that fumbled, not Robert Muhammad.
4 minutes, 48 seconds to play in the first quarter. Carroll's only had 3 plays from scrimmage so far, so GP has dominated the clock so far here. 2nd down and 10, again, from their own 2-yard line. Big play here for the Tigers, and they'll hand it off again, and just nothing there. No gain again for Muhammad. It'll now be 3rd and 10 from their own 2-yard line.
That was Quinn Sutton at number 4 for Gregory-Portland, and on the big stop, and then he had some Wildcats, a pack of Wildcats pull him down. But no, it's tough in your own territory again. This quarterback, this is his debut tonight. Ball is on the 4-yard line, so they're deep in their own territory. There's head coach Cal Netherland. He's really turned this team around. This is his 3rd year with the Carroll Tigers, and you can see before he got here they were 0-10, and you can just see the dramatic change. Even in his first year with Carroll, they improved to 5-5. They're already at 3-4. So great job by the Carroll Tigers.
Well, they're going to have to call a timeout because there's only 4 seconds left on the play clock, and I imagine they're doing this on purpose. So we have a timeout on the field, and we are scoreless with 3 minutes and 47 seconds to play. You're watching Game Night South Texas, sponsored by Thomas J. Henry. Back with more after this. All right, welcome back to Buccaneers Stadium. We got a scoreless game right now between the Carroll Tigers and the GP Wildcats. As you're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. Big play here for the Carroll Tigers. It is 3rd down and 8 now from their own 4-yard line. And let's see if they'll put this one in the air. Bazan is at quarterback. And he is going to throw the ball from his own end zone. He'll throw it as far as he can, way
He's got a man open.
He does.
The sophomore makes the catch. What incredible play. That is Braylon Swanson. I had a feeling he was going to go to him. If you need anybody to get the ball, that is Braylon Swanson.
Well, they tell you what, they really roll the dice, throwing it out of their own end zone. And they're trying to hurry it up so they can snap the ball again. And, yeah, let's go ahead and show the replay. I think we're going to have time here. Again, you've got Bazan throwing from his own end zone. And then he'll find Swanson, and you'll see Swanson catch it.
Just the arms coming out, outstretched.
Yeah. Well, that's the way you're supposed to do it, and he did it. And his grandpa is the assistant principal at Carroll High School. I talked to him before the ball game, and he's going to be a proud grandpa there on the sideline. So now it's 1st and 10 now from the GP 49-yard line. Carroll Tigers going back to the run game. They'll pick up about 4. And the Carroll Tigers have got to be feeling pretty good about getting out of the shadow of their own end zone. And credit Cal Netherland for having the confidence to go throw it deep.
Exactly, and credit the quarterback. I keep saying it over and over because I'm, just impressed with his start.
Yeah.
But yeah, his first start, and that was his first deep throw. What a way to go!
He got a lot of playing time last week, but you're right, he didn't start. But he split time with Garcia, and according to Coach
and
Netherland,
Drake Tim. Tim was the starter last week.
Right, we're going to see a lot of both quarterbacks tonight. And he wanted to pitch it out, but there was just simply no room to run.
He made the right call there, especially considering the drive before was coughed up the fumble. So great, smart call there by just keeping it and going down.
No gain. It'll now be 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers. And, we expect a lot of fireworks tonight. There's our first really big play of the evening.
And that was a top play, too. Wow, very, very nice play there. You don't see many receivers that can make that kind of catch, and especially a sophomore. A lot of our top receivers in the area are seniors, and if anything, you see them high point the ball, like Jacoby Jones. You got Corey Holmes from Miller, but to see a catch like that was great.
Well, we got some movement on both sides of the football here. Let's see who's going to get called first. I think we had maybe a timeout call by the Carroll Tigers.
Prior to the
that
snap.
may have come right before
Timeout.
the penalty. So we have another timeout
Carroll,
on the field.
we're
They are going to get
charge
called
timeout
for
the half.
They're going to maybe wish they had those back. I believe that's the second.
All right, we're going to take
them.
another timeout. Minute 48 to play. We're scoreless. You're watching Game Night South Texas from Buccaneer Stadium. You're by Thomas J. Henry. We're coming right back.
And now easier than ever. Introducing GoPass. PCRT's new mobile app that lets you plan your route, find your stops, and purchase your bus pass, all from your mobile device. So download and go with CCRTA's GoPass mobile app.
Plan your visit today and discover your wow at the Corpus Christi Museum of Science and History.
All right, welcome back, Buck Stadium. Game Night South Texas. You see the score. It is scoreless. We got a minute 48 to play. Carroll Tigers did get the timeout call before the penalty, so it'll now be 3rd down and 7 on the Gregory-Portland 46-yard line. And Bazan will throw it out, and it's a nice catch, but they're going to be well short of a first down. They're going to be about 4 yards shy, so it looks like they're going to be forced to probably pump the ball in this situation, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So Luke DeLeon will come out to pump the ball away. So after that great pass play out of the end zone, the drive stalled, and give credit to the GP defense to force it now.
And that last play was made by Cole Ziprian from Gregory-Portland. So again, good tackle there. They knew it was coming. I love that pass play we saw not too long ago. I was hoping maybe they'd go for it again, but we'll see whenever the Carroll Tigers get the ball back.
Ryan Harrison back deep for the Gregory-Portland Wildcats, and DeLeon will kick the ball out of bounds. Probably a smart move there, and they will officially mark it at the 14-yard line, and that's exactly where the GP Wildcats will start their 3rd possession of this game. They've been able to move the ball so far tonight through the air. no running game yet tonight, but they've been very successful passing the football. So.
And one of the names that we haven't seen get the ball yet, but he was there to try to get that punt return, is Ryder Harrison. So we'll see if we see more of Ryder on this drive. You know, last year he hurt his lung in a game and was out for a week, so it was great seeing him come back. He's a track star, and so is his brother, who's now, I believe, at the University of Houston. So it's great seeing both of those guys out there. They're pole vaulters, so they're very athletic.
All right, Reed Dooms will hand it off up the middle, and some tough running here by the Wildcats up to the 19-yard line.
Cody able to get them bigger, chunky yards there than recent drives. So good to see when they're back in their own red zone. Ball now around the 19-yard line for Gregory-Portland.
Good tough running by Cody Adams. And that'll mark it now 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard pickup. And once again, Adams in the backfield with Dooms, the quarterback, in the shotgun. And Dooms will throw it down. Got a man wide open if he can get it to him, and in and out of the hands of number 11.
That's Carter Dominguez. He made a catch earlier. You know, I thought that was going to be like the catch that we just saw from Carroll. He had the hands outstretched. It was in his arms, but, you know, Carter Dominguez is a sophomore as well. So, you know, those young receivers, those plays can be very tough for him. But, I mean, Reed Dooms put it right in the breadbasket. And talking about the running game again, though, we'll see if Cody Adami is going to get the ball now that it's 3rd and 6, or will Dooms go for the pass?
We shall see. He'll throw it out and a little high. Again, intended for Dominguez, and it'll now be 4th down, and GP will be forced to kick.
Carroll doing a great job on Coates that time. There he is, number 1, running off the field. You know, he didn't have a catch that drive, but he made quite a few catches that first drive. So we'll see if Coates can get back in there. But right now, it's the man of the hour who just caught that long pass for Carroll. He's ready to get the punt return, number 15, Braylon Swanson. Ryder Harrison, the punter for GP.
Good snap. And the kick is off. It's a low liner. Kick right at the return man.
And he's got room to run. Look at the speed.
40, 35,
he turns the corner.
30, 25, inside the 25-yard line, down to the 23-yard line. Nice return there. And the Carroll Tigers going to get great field position here after that nice return from Braylon Swanson. But there is a flag on the play. And let's see what this call is.
During the return, illegal block in the back.
We do have
on the return team, number 79. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 1st down, Tigers.
9 seconds left to play here in the first period. We're going to have an injury timeout on the field. And they have marked the ball back now in the 48-yard line. So the Tigers going to get quite as good a field position as they thought they would. All right, this is one of, 3 games tonight? We have a game over at Cavanis, correct? We got a big game between Miller and King.
Yes, let's see if I can find some score updates for that. And I believe Santa Gertrudis Academy tonight is playing Lyford.
In Javelina Stadium.
Yeah,
we had to make sure we had the press box all clean before I left, you know.
It's awesome seeing those teams. You know, it's Santa Gertrudis Academy, and of course you saw earlier this year on Game Night South Texas, HM King. I just love those games at Javelina Stadium. But let's see if we can get a score update. Okay, no one has updated Dave Campbell's yet because Miller and King still say 0-0. Let's see if I can go a little bit further on the miles radar, see if I can get some more scores here.
Okay, we have an injury timeout. We have a Gregory-Portland Wildcat. Cannot get a number. Well, he's hopped up.
I do have an update now, though. I just had to refresh my app, but the Buccaneers are up 13-0 over the King Mustangs.
All right, this GP Wildcat's getting some assistance. He is walking off on both feet. He was able to walk off on the field, but he looks a little wobbly. He may have got banged in the head there.
If it is number 24, that's the one who had our big hit earlier in the game. I see a 4, so I can't tell if it's number 24.
You're right. I can't.
That would be Aiden Moreno, if so. He's played a factor on defense for these Wildcats.
Yeah, I can't tell. It is 24. You're correct. So he is able to walk off on his own power,
which is great to see. I mean, obviously for anybody, but you know he's been a big part of that GP defense tonight. So they won't have him on this play here for Carroll, who's on their 48-yard line of GP.
Yeah, they were flagged for blocking in the back, and that brought it back to the 48-yard line. And now it's Mohammed who takes the carry. There's no gain, and it'll now be 2nd down and 10.
Both defensive fronts have been just outstanding.
Well, that is the end of the first period, Larissa. It has gone quickly. We are scoreless. You're watching Game Night South Texas, live from Buccaneers Stadium. When we come back, we'll have the second quarter for you right after this quick timeout.
Media timeout.
Before the first kickoff, the first pitch, the first possession, and the cheers, stay hydrated. And after the last touchdown, the last out, the last goal, and music notes, stay hydrated. Before and after events, remember to stay hydrated with Corpus Christi water. Corpus Christi water is proud to provide clean, fresh water to all athletes, students, families, and sports fans across the coastal belt.
All right, welcome back. Game Night South Texas, live from Buccaneers Stadium. We're scoreless. Let's head down to the field with Ron Hamby. And Ron, no scoring yet, but I imagine we're going to see something here pretty quick.
Well, we got plenty of action. Kind of action. We got to give credit because I need my gold stars from you guys up in the booth. I called the run game from Carroll. Stopping it was going to be key, and they've done excellent in that first quarter. Shout out Bobby Ochoa and Mr. Pena out there, number 54. Big stops on the defensive side. They're slowing down GP, and now GP's got some miscues in the pass game. This is exactly what they need to stay in this game.
All right, Ron, thank you. Appreciate that. Carroll Tigers now forced with a 3rd and 6. The GP 44-yard line. So let's see what they can do here on a big play. And Bazan rolls out. He'll throw it on the run. Well, he just tried to get Swanson, but an incomplete pass. And it'll be 4th down, and the Carroll Tigers will be forced to punt again here. And Luke DeLeon will come on to pump the ball away. And again, back deep for the GP Wildcats is Ryder Harrison. And last time that DeLeon kicked, he kicked a good one, kicked it out of bounds. It was obviously a no return for GP. So let's see if he kicks it to Harrison this time. It was a pretty dangerous threat to take it the distance once he gets it. Again, both teams just trying to feel each other out here. No team has been able to find the end zone yet. And DeLeon with a good kick, but a whistle blown before the snap. And this is going to go against the Carroll Tigers.
Number 22, 5-yard penalty, remains
5-yard penalty. They'll move it back 5. So I'll give Tigers a little more room to punt the ball.
You know, it's tough on the special teams because so far the past 2 punts, the Gregory-Portland front is attacking, trying to block that kick. So, you know, you can see why there might be a penalty there, but, you know, you got to be ready. You got to not move early, but GP is ready to attack.
All right, here we go. Let's try it again here on the punt attempt from Luke DeLeon, number 20 for the Carroll Tigers. Again, this will be his 2nd punt of the evening. Good snap. And he gets it off, and this is going to, Harrison is going to try to bring this one back. And he is back deep in his own territory. They'll knock him down at about the 7. And that is where GP will start deep from their own side of the 50-yard line.
You know, ball dropped there, but he was able to pick it up off the hop, so great job there by Ryder. But what a booming kick for the Carroll Tigers. You know, it's, part of me is like, wow, you just let it, I don't know if it would have bounced and rolled in the end zone, but, you know, what do you do there? You got to go for it and try to make some yardage there. So now Gregory-Portland deep, like you said, in their own territory. We've seen GP with the ball a couple times now, but right now it's been all Carroll defensive front making some big stops, So I think I want to see Reed Dooms try to do some more quarterback keepers, keep Carroll guessing on their toes, and maybe that'll open the run game for Cody.
1st and 10 now from the 7. Dooms back and from his own end zone in trouble. He's going to have to run. And
he avoids that tackle, and he
gets
keeps
up
going.
to the 15. That'll be a precision air first down, and he gets up to a 19-yard line. So, Larissa, you called his number, and that's exactly what happened there. He took off, and a little dangerous play there out of his own
It was. I
end
don't know
zone.
if it
He
was
gonna throw the
intentional,
ball.
but nobody was open. You know, I don't know if it was intentional, but he made the call, and he had to gain some yardage and great first down.
Yeah, and he did a really good job. This is Adames. Adames with some really tough running up to, I think he may have another first down. He's right at the marker. Let's see if they give it to him or not. They do.
They do. A precision air first down. Again, when Reed runs the ball, that opens the ground for Cody.
2 plays.
There goes
and
Adame
last two
again with
first down.
room.
Adame's inside the 40, down to the 38. That's his biggest run of the night, and a 3rd straight precision air first down for GP. And all of a sudden, man, they found that running game. They didn't have it in the first quarter, but they've got it here in the second quarter so far.
Keep an eye on Coates, number 1.
And
there he goes.
Well, we had some movement there on that GP line, so they'll move them back 5 yards.
False start.
Illegal
On
procedure,
the
false
offensive
start.
line. The 5-yard penalty remains first down.
All right, it'll now be 1st and 15. So whatever adjustments the Wildcats have made here in the second quarter, it's working with the run game. They're getting 8-9 yards a carry. And as you mentioned, Larissa, get that running game going. That'll open up the passing game.
And they had it there. Coates had the ball, just a penalty there. But keep an eye on Coates. They've got 4 receivers lined up now, so we'll see who he gets the ball to, 2 on each side of the field.
So Dooms will quickly throw it out, and it's a
big hit.
Big hit, nice catch, good holding on to the football there.
That's Ryan Guetta, number 3. He is a junior for that Carroll defense. I knew he was fast, but I didn't know he could lay a hit like that. That might be another big hit of the night.
Yeah, guys, let's take a look at that. I believe that was Braden Flores who was able to hang on to the football. We got the Miracle Method surface refinishing replay, and you'll see here quickly out of the hands of Dooms, and that is Flores, who does a good job of holding onto the ball.
Can't do any better than that when he's coming right at you at full speed.
All right, Dooms will throw. Oh, batted down. Boy, nice play there. By the way, that last catch was another precision air first down.
Yes.
So it'll now be 2nd down. Let's go back and look at the replay of that big defensive swat there by the Carroll Tigers. And let's get a number on that if we can.
Miracle Method helping us out again. I mean, just look at them attacking up front, but nobody was on him. I believe it's number 50. Oh, you know, I can't guess.
I don't know. You've got the monitor closer to you.
It looks like it's either 18.
On you to.
I'm going to say 18. It looked like an 18, which would be Paul Garcia. If it was 15, it was Braylon Swanson. But
Dooms will throw it out in and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
That was Braden Flores he was looking for on the far sideline. Ryan Guetta on him all the time, but now it's already 4th down for the Gregory-Portland Wildcats. Forced to punt again. This Carroll defense has been really stout tonight. You know, they learned a lot against that Miller game last week. Miller, you know, loves to air it out, also run the ball as well. So they learned a lot from that game, and they're doing a great job stopping this GP team.
Well, all of a sudden, we having kind of like a punt fest here all of a sudden as the defenses are forcing a lot of punts here. Ryan with the kick, and it's a good one. And that ball will roll to a dead stop right on the 21-yard line. And that is where the Carroll Tigers will start. Neither team have been able to, they've been able to move the ball inside the 20s, but inside the red zone, we haven't really seen a whole lot tonight. So
we have not. Well, you know what? While we got a second, I can tell you what games I have for Friday Night Fever tomorrow.
All right, let's go ahead and run them down. What you got for us?
So our game of the week is going to be Bishop at San Diego. So Ron Hammy gets to visit the Blue Turf Field. I will be at a very good district game. You're looking at the game tonight. Well, then also look at Ray versus Moody, because one of those teams is probably going to get that 3rd or 4th spot. So keep an eye on that game. PSJ Memorial versus Veterans Memorial. Now we're back in action. I'll tell you some more games later.
Nate Mazan still in a quarterback for the Tigers. He'll hand it off, and I believe that's Muhammad.
That's Muhammad staying on his feet, but he didn't really get much there, but he was trying to pound that rock. And some other games we're going to be getting, of course, Zapatas at Calallen. We've got Woodsboro at Agua Dulce, Freer at Refugio, and I think the Valley's going to help me out, getting George West at Santa Rosa.
Where's your 7-0 Three Rivers team playing?
They're making a long road trip to Ravenna, but I
Okay.
looked at the schedule. I told Three Rivers I'd like to get them week 10 because George West and Three Rivers are both at home, so I can send a photographer that far and get both teams. And then week 11 against Refugio.
2nd down and 7, and Bazan is in all sorts of trouble here, and he is going to get slammed to the turf for no gain. And it'll now be 3rd and long for the Carroll Tigers.
For people who are interested in our Game of the Week highlights, again, it's Bishop at San Diego. Make sure you check it. Keep an eye on Bishop. Check out those highlights on the Friday Night Fever because Bishop is going to be in our Game Night South Texas game week 11. They're going to be hosting the Falfootius Fighting jerseys.
Not just the jerseys, but the fighting jerseys.
Exactly, yeah. They're tough. They're fierce.
3rd down and 7 from the 25-yard line for the Tigers. They don't want to have to pump the ball back to GP. They'd like to keep this drive alive. Bazan throwing it, caught. That's awfully close to a first down. I believe he's right on the first down marker, and it is going to be a first down. A precision air first down for the Tigers.
Great catch by Cameron Salinas.
Really was, so they'll move the chains, and they will keep the ball in their hands as the clock is running at 7:23. Remember, GP got the ball first to start the game, so the Tigers will get it to start the second half. So, you know, their strategy, right? Plan of attack, score right before
Score early.
halftime, and then get it again to
This
start the
reminds
second
me of
half.
Toloso Midway in London. The game at London. It was 7-0, I believe, going into halftime. Very quiet game, and then it just totally changed second half.
All right, back to the ground game. Muhammad has some tough running. Might have gotten about 3 on that play.
It is tough to run the football tonight. Of course, we saw GP finding some room on that last drive, but very tough tonight. Both teams really focus on one running back, Gregory-Portland, Cody Adame, and then, of course, Carroll with Robert Muhammad. Robert's coming out to the sideline, and right now it looks like his fellow running back taking his place will be, I'm trying to get a number on him, number 12 in the backfield. That is going to be Jesse Garcia,
who's expected to maybe play some quarterback tonight as well. But we'll see. We'll see how the game develops. 2nd and 8. Back to pass, going deep. And
it's Swanson.
Swanson again. Oh,
he
man.
Saw the
he
end
had
zone.
It.
He saw the end zone that time.
Oh, my goodness. And I'm looking at his grandpa down there on the sidelines, took his hat off, says he can't
Don't
believe
have
it.
a heart attack down there.
Let's take a look at that, and you'll see that was a perfectly thrown football from Nate Bazan into the arms of a waiting Braylon Swanson. And you will see that, you know, these guys are human, right? I mean, he makes a great play early, and then this one is
and you know,
exactly where
it looked out in front of him, but if you look, you know, he was looking to his left. The ball was a little bit to his right, so his route, he kind of ran just a hair inside, but that could have been the difference maker. Imagine looking left, trying to catch it right. But look at the Carroll cheerleaders. They want to see if the Tigers can get a first down. Let's see if they can do it. GP's defense been stout tonight.
Well, we have a timeout call by Carroll right before the clock had run down. The play clock was down to 1, and they did not want to get a delay of game penalty. We're going to take a quick timeout. 6:15 to play. We're scoreless. Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas Shea Henry. Coming right back to Buccaneer Stadium after this timeout.
Media timeout.
Hey, look at the Ice Rays. They're making a bit of a splash here. I like the Ice Ray jersey there. Welcome back to Game Night South Texas, live from Buccaneer Stadium. Alan Harlow with Larissa Liskin. It's right now we're scoreless 0-0, 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Ron Hammy is also joining us on the sidelines. And Bazan will throw it. It's a catch. Let's see if they can get somewhere. They're not going, and that's going to be another. I think they're going to force another 3 and out here on the Carroll Tigers. So they'll be forced to pump the ball again. They're going to be about 4 yards shy of a first down. So they're going to have to kick it back to GP, and there's plenty of time left with 5 minutes and 53 seconds to play. And once again, back deep is Ryder Harrison. And once again, punting is Luke DeLeon, who handles both the punting and the kicking duties. And that's a spinner. And that ball will roll out of bounds. And they'll mark it at the 28-yard line. So GP's got 5 minutes and 29 seconds to play here on what could be their final drive of the first half. And again, they got the running game going in that last drive, but then they kind of bogged down there, and they were forced to pump the ball away. So let's see if they can get something going here. Again, we are scoreless. In a game that I had predicted, Larissa, we'd have a lot of fireworks, and I'm still looking for those. Well, we've had a few fireworks,
you know,
but not in touchdowns.
Because GP's been scoring really well as of late, and of course we've seen some great plays made by Carroll.
Reed Dooms is back, got plenty of time. He'll dump it out, and
no good.
No good this time to Carter Dominguez, the intended receiver. And that'll stop the clock with 5:25 to play. And you know that the Carroll Tigers would love to get that ball back one more time before intermission.
So tonight at 10, make sure you tune into the highlights. Ron Hammy trying to get some in this first half. We'll probably be getting more in the third. And, of course, I got another secret for you that we'll also have tonight at 10. Stay tuned.
All right, Reed Dooms again. This time it'll hand it off to Adames, and nothing there. He'll get shoved back. He'll lose a couple of yards.
Number 4 on that one with the big hit. That was Quinn Supnett for the, wrong player. Caden Garcia for the Carroll Tigers on the big tackle. But, yep, the other story tonight is one that I'm really excited about. We've got 2 Coastal Bend athletes in the World Series. And that's Jose Trevino from St. John Paul II, and of course Anthony Bonda from Sinton. So they're going head-to-head. Trevino with the Yankees and Bonda with the Dodgers. So we hear from both of those players, and I'll have that story tonight at 10.
Third down and 10. Dooms is back to pass. Got time going deep, and in that almost could have been caught there by number 11.
That was Carter
Dominguez.
again.
But we had a really good defensive play there by number 19 for the Carroll Tigers, and that is Jordan, or I can't read that.
Oh, Javon Flores.
Javon Flores, there we go. A little dark here in the press box.
It is, I know, I need a light, but no, really excited to see those 2 guys go back to, go head to head, and, but we know, just like this game tonight, this is a 0-0 game. We're seeing if we can get a score left with 4:41 left in the second quarter.
All right, here comes the punt. It's a low liner. And Swanson looks at it, and boy, he may regret that.
He is going to regret that. That ball is going to roll near the 1-yard line. Wow.
My goodness.
Boy.
I'm sure that Mr. Swanson just had another chance at that, but that was a really nice kick there.
Ryder doesn't kick it very high, but he kicks it out. Yeah, let's check out. I do have a trivia question for you, though.
What you got?
When did Carroll win their first district championship in football?
I want to guess early 70s, maybe.
You got it right. Let's see if we can bring up a picture of that team. It was 1974, and they are one of the teams that will be honored in the Carroll Athletic Hall of Fame. That will be November 2nd at the arena at Carroll. Let's see if we can get the picture of that team up. We're not able to get up right now, but that's a picture I definitely want to show y'all later tonight.
All right, Tigers, wow, they're on like the 1-foot line here. And they are 99.9 yards away from scoring a touchdown with 4 minutes and 29 seconds to play. They'll go to the ground game, and Muhammad will squeak out about 2. So they get a little breathing room here. Not a whole lot, but a little bit more than what they had. It's about a 2-yard game, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Yeah, 1974, and go back a few years to find that first championship.
That team went 9-2 that year, and it was District 27 and 4A back in 1974.
Once again, they go to the ground game, and boy, great run. He breaks it loose. 15, 20, 25
wow.
to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, 45,
He's still
50.
going. He's got speed. Oh, fumble.
Yeah, we got a fumble on the play, but I believe the ball may have been out. The ball rolled out of bounds before they recovered.
They're talking about it, though. It was close.
Jesse Garcia. Now they've gone ahead and ruled it out of bounds. And Jesse Garcia.
Jesse Garcia's been a name that we looked at. While we always say Robert Muhammad, he's been a guy that can carry that ball. And that's the thing. He's a good mix with Muhammad. You got both of those two, the versatility. What a gap he saw. And he had speed. That's how he was able to break through. Tough to catch, but finally brought down near around the 30-yard line of GP. Can you believe it?
Well, the ball rolled out of bounds before the Gregory-Portland Wildcats could land on it. But they're going now to officially mark the ball on the 38-yard line. Boy, Carroll has some new life. Remember, this drive started on their 1-foot line. And Jesse Garcia with some great running ability on that last play, avoiding would-be tacklers. And this time, Bazan would throw it out to Swanson. Swanson to the 31-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll now be second down for the Tigers. And I'm sure they are out of timeouts with 3 minutes and 13 seconds to play.
Yep, they're out. So at this point, like you said, what they were trying to do earlier is be the last touchdown and take it into halftime. But they're, again, they're on the 32-yard line. So they got a short yardage to get that first down, but then Carroll has a good position with 2:53 left on the clock. Well,
they're going to need 4, and look out. He gets sacked. The ball comes loose. Let's see who comes up with it. And I believe the Gregory-Portland Wildcats, number 15, has come up with the loose pigskin.
Cole Ziprian, and that's an Ewald Kubota turnover. Look at the celebration. I got to see a replay on that. Let's see if Miracle Method can make some magic and see what Cole Ziprian was able to do. He just came back on the blind side. Well, 17 hit him on the blind side. That was Riley Harris.
He came in unblocked, and I'm pretty confident that's probably going to be our hit of the game. But we'll see. We've still got a second half to play. So a huge turnover. And now GP gets the ball back with 40 seconds. They've got, I'm showing all 3 of their timeouts.
They do. They have not used the timeout yet.
Dooms throws, caught.
That's
first down. That's number 1. That is Brandon Coates. That's a big one. Then he gets out of bounds, and they'll move those chains. Precision air first down. And they got plenty of time. 2 minutes, 38 seconds. As they've now marked it on the 45-yard line. Huge pickup there.
That big hit will be a big play if they can score here.
He'll throw it out again. And
that's
once
Coates.
Coates is this time, he'll take it to the 37-yard line. That's
Did you see him knock down that defensive back? He really lowered his shoulder into there, was able to knock him down and get a few more yards there. Again, number 19 for GP, Ian Ward.
Second down now for the GP Wildcats. On the move, 2 minutes, 16 seconds to play. Again,
quick pass to Coates.
It's Coates, and Coates will get out of bounds. I think he may be just a little bit short of a first. Nope, they're going to give it to him. That's another position air first down. He was right on that first down marker. So it'll move the chains. That'll stop the clock. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play here in the first half. And these little short passing routes are working right now. And once again, he'll go down and
what a catch! I don't know if he was in bounds, but there was a lot of holding on that one. He just went out and top shelf that.
We're going to have pass interference called here.
Oh, definitely. But did you still see the catch? I want to see that catch again.
Number 19, that was Javon Flores, was in on the play. Let's see what they call here.
I don't know how number 11 caught that one. Carter Dominguez, the one who hadn't been making some big catches. That was huge. Again, I saw a lot of tugging and pulling.
Holding. On the defense, number 19. That's a 10.
All right, they're going to call it holding. Automatic first down. They'll take it all the way down to the
I want to go back and look if that catch was in bounds, but what a play. Miracle Method real quick. Let's just see if we can see it. We got some time here. Just look at him go top shelf on it, though. This was beautiful.
All right, they're already going about snapping the ball here.
He was out of bounds. There we go.
Hands it. Adames. Adames picks up about 4 or 5.
Adame lost a shoe. Someone lost a shoe. Oh, no, that was a Carroll guy. There's his shoe. Got to tie those laces a little tighter because GP's not waiting on you. They're going to be moving the clock down with 1:47 to go.
2nd and 5 now. 1:44. They got all their timeouts, so they're looking good here on the clock. Dooms throws it out, a little overthrown. Coach couldn't quite come down with it, and that'll stop the clock with 1:38. So it'll be 3rd and 5. I imagine they're in 4-down territory. This situation, they have They were close earlier to the goal line and elected not to attempt a field goal. So it looks like they're probably again in 4-down territory.
Carroll's done a great job on defense in the red zone. I've got to give him a lot of credit. At least 1 or 2 stops in the red zone so far. But GP's doing a great job on this drive, really spreading the rock, throwing into the flat, and then trying to mix in the run a little bit. So let's see if they keep Carroll on their toes.
Well, Dooms will throw it out, and it's a catch, and this is going to be more than just a catch, all the way down to the 5-yard line. That'll be another position error, first down. First and goal now, down to the 5-yard line. I think that was Braden Flores that came up with the catch.
That was number 7, Braden Flores. You know, he dropped a ball earlier, so this was a big play by them. Now on the 6-yard line for GP. Plenty of time now, 1:25. They're just going to be milking that clock with 3 timeouts just sitting there on the board, not going to be used.
From the 6-yard line, Dooms will hand it off. Adames will
got
walk
room
in for the touchdown. And Gregory-Portland strikes first tonight with 1:12 to play. As they drive it down the field, they take advantage of the big turnover, and they are in the end zone with the early, well, I'm not going to say early anymore, it's almost halftime, 6-0.
And that's
Wildcats.
an Aztec Auto Group of Beeville touchdown for Gregory-Portland. Wow, with 1:12 to go, this does remind me of that London TN game a few weeks ago.
Well, that's what good teams do. They force turnovers, they take advantage of it, and Ryder Harrison now in to try the, no, that's not. That's number 27. Ben Palacios knocks it home. So with 1:12 to play here in the first half, the GP Wildcats find the end zone. They're up 7-0.
Media timeout.
All right, welcome back, Buck Stadium. We got us some points finally as the GP Wildcats drive it down the field after the big turnover. And they've taken the 7-0 lead here with 1:12 to play. And
this is definitely anyone's game. I mean, again, it was just 0-0 with about 2 minutes left on the clock. So we'll see with Carroll getting the ball back at halftime.
all right, that is Cameron McGinnis with the kick and the return for the Carroll Tigers.
He's got some blockers in front. Look at him go.
This is a nice kickoff return down to the 38-yard line.
Well, you know, Carroll has no timeouts left, so we know they can throw and pass the ball, so they need to try to make sure they get near that sideline and run right out of bounds. Of course, first of all, you have to catch it, but Carroll with no timeouts right now. There were some timeouts taken earlier that were, looking now a little costly, but if Carroll can find a way to tie it up, they'll be looking good getting that ball back at halftime.
Let's go back and take a look at the touchdown from Reed Dooms, quarterback keeper. You'll see it here from Miracle Method. And again, this is just moments ago. And
that's Adame there.
Actually, it is Adame, I'm sorry. And he'll run it in. And he made it look easy there. Carroll Tigers are going to go to the passing game.
What
Great
another
catch
by Swanson.
So he makes the hard catches look easy. The easy catches look hard so far tonight. And that one was an absolute gem of a catch.
He got hit hard, but he made an NFL catch there with 2 feet in bounds. He's going to need some help, though, unfortunately, getting – oh, he got up at least. He got up. That was a big hit by the young sophomore. What a catch.
All right, so give credit to the Tigers. They're not going to sit on the football here with the 58 seconds to play. They're going to try to get some points before we head into the locker room. So they now have first and 10 now on the 46-yard line of the GP Wildcats. And Bazan, quarterback, Garcia in the backfield. And Bazan will drop back. He'll take off. He'll run it. Quarterback keeper to the 40. Got a lot of running room. 35 down to the 32.
Hurry, quick, quick, quick.
Well, that'll briefly stop the clock so they can move the chains. And then the chains, once they're in position, they'll start running the clock again, and you see it already, 47 seconds.
That was a precision air first down.
Bazan will throw it, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock
Good
with 40
play there.
seconds to play.
Good play there. I don't know what their kicker is like.
Well, it's Luke DeLeon. Luke DeLeon's probably the best kicker in the district, and he can nail it from 40-plus.
You would like to go into halftime with some points. Again, Carroll is going to get the ball back first in the second half. Ball right now on the 33-yard line.
Again, no timeouts. If they can just, they're almost already in field goal range, but Bazan is, yes, it's Bazan who'll get sacked. Big play, and the clock will now just run. Let's see if the Carroll Tigers get up there and just.
That was number 19 getting into the backfield, Ian
27
Ward.
seconds left.
Ian he's one of those guys on GP that's going to attack. Team leader, the team rallies behind him, so big play there on third down. Ball now on the 42-yard line.
Yeah, they're really in no rush now. They've got 14 seconds left. It's 3rd and 17, and this will be Garcia who'll take the swing pass, and that'll be the final play of the first half. And that's where we're going to end it here. 7-0 GP.
It really hurt not having Swanson in on that final drive, so hopefully he'll be back second half.
Yeah, he looks fine. He's talking to the coach, and I think he's going to be okay. And we're going to have Ron Hammy on the sidelines. He's going to try to find Coach.
He's got Davis, I see, on that far side over there for
He
Gregory-Portland.
does have Brent Davis on the sidelines, and as soon as he's ready to go, we'll get his thoughts. Sure, he has to be feeling a little bit better now that his team has found the end zone right before halftime. All right, so let's head down to the sideline with Ron Hammy, who's got head coach Brent Davis of Gregory-Portland.
Coach Davis, you guys had put together some good drives, finally broke through there. What do you got to put together to keep it going in the offensive side?
Well, we just got to not make mistakes. You know, we get off schedule, we get a penalty or something, and that's what's hurt us. We've driven the ball. We haven't punted. The defense is playing lights out, man. Unbelievable on the defensive side. Just got to keep doing that. We'll be all right.
I was just going to say your defense has stood tall tonight. What has your defensive coordinator seen out there to allow you guys to do that?
Well, I just did a great job of game planning, all week. We got Coach Chester just does a fantastic job with it and try to take away what they do best.
All right, Coach, thank you, and good luck in the second half. All right, guys, back to you in the booth.
All right, Ron, thank you so much. Big touchdown there from GP right before halftime, and Carroll will get the ball to start the second half, and we'll hear from head coach Cal Netherland right before the second half kickoff. So it's again 7-0 Gregory-Portland. Halftime show is coming up. We'll have both bands. We'll also have 2 really nice featured stories, one from each school. Again, you're watching Game Night South Texas right here. We're on Channel 6 tonight, and we'll be back with your halftime festivities brought to you by Thomas J. Henry right after this timeout.
Proudly presents the band with the proud tradition, the Gregory-Portland Wildcat Marching Band. This year on field direction, head drum majors David Sanchez, assistant drum majors Emily Trevino, Daniela Diaz-Centron. Color guard captain is Imelda Rodriguez. Color guard lieutenant Levi Santana, Savannah Diaz. Featured musicians for tonight's performance, Denzel Matson, Kalani Dawson, and Austin Gwynn. Over the past weekend, they participated in the regional UIL marching contest and scored superior numbers. This coming Saturday, they will be traveling up to the Austin area to participate in their Formula Play Austin area UIL marching contest. They will be presenting Small Town Spring. Music is arranged by John Morris.
With the athletic season heating up, the Gregory-Portland Wildcats need a new facility.
Welcome back to Game Night South Texas, the Gregory-Portland Marching Band getting set up for our halftime. Thank you so much to Truckers Equipment, which is our halftime sponsor. We always love seeing both bands. But first, let me just give you an update on Gregory-Portland. It was in November of 2023 when Gregory-Portland ISD broke ground on their new all-purpose practice facility, one that looks to benefit not only student athletes, but the student body as well. Our neighborhood news reporter, Adam Beam, got an exclusive tour of the project site, and here's what he saw.
With the athletic season heating up, the Gregory-Portland Wildcats need a new facility to train, compete, and learn.
And the true benefit is, one, is a big part of pride.
And thanks to a $176 million bond, that new facility broke ground in November of last year.
The students knowing how much their community and our families believe in them by passing these bonds that support projects like this.
Dr. Michelle Cavazos says the new all-purpose practice facility will not only benefit the student athletes, but the student body as a whole.
Say, for example, we can have robotics competitions in there. There'll be other competitions that we can hold in there. And so this just elevates that space and provides a welcoming environment for all who get the opportunity to be part of it.
These are just artist renderings. With the site still under construction, we donned our hard hats and took a tour of the site so far. This is where the all-purpose training facility will be, and neighboring this future two-story complex, the district's new baseball and softball fields, with brand new turf, brand new seating, but that same old Wildcat pride.
And once it's completed, it will really fulfill those needs as well as some dreams that our kids and our communities had for our students.
The new fields and the athletic center are expected to be completed sometime next year. In Portland, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Adam Beam, Chris 6 News.
Thank you so much, Adam. How do I get one of those cool hard hats? Real quick, before we take the band, I just want to add it's going to be a 120-yard indoor turf field, and I heard there's going to be 200-yard straightaway tracks, so that's going to be nice. Now let's take it away to our Gregory-Portland marching band. And our band break sponsor, thank you so much to Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Great job, Victoria. What a great performance by the Gregory-Portland Marching Band. And I will say, if you heard me say, great shot, Victoria, there she is. She's getting the band footage right now. Nadia Escobar helped us out sideline during football. But there's Victoria. We got her waving at the screen. Nice job there. And we'll be right back on Game Night South Texas.
Carroll, Senator Posada Jr., Jeremy Anderson, Veronica Posada, Principal of Gregory-Portland High School is Monica Wagner, GBISD Superintendent is Dr. Michelle Costa. We would like to thank our school board, administration, faculty, boosters, parents, and community for all your continued support. Gregory-Portland High School band will be leaving 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday into Austin. If there's any early birds who would like to get up and form a line and give them a good send-off, we'd be more than happy to see you there. But if not, let's give them one more round of applause for the Wildcat Band.
Welcome back to Game Night South Texas. There's the Carroll Marching Band getting ready to perform at halftime. But first, a Mary Carroll High School football coach is putting down the play sheet one last time. After 21 years on the sidelines, neighborhood news reporter Aaron Hawley sat down with Coach Steve Hernandez to find out what made his final season one of his most memorable ever.
I've been coaching here this is my 21st year. Probably the last 10 years I've been the inside linebacker coach.
And this season
Now outside, there you go.
marks Coach Hernandez's last ever.
You know, we all know that he's one of the more serious coaches, so when it comes to messing around in front of him, you better know something, because he's going to get you in your place real fast.
Set, hit!
When they're messing around, not around him, because he'll get on you, so everybody knows to focus up and lock in when he's around, so it really gets us locked in during practice.
In addition to Coach Hernandez's tough love on the field,
They like to run it to where?
he's aimed to make an impact on his players off the field too.
Right now my view is to make these guys better citizens. You know, teach them right from wrong, your discipline, your focus.
And those life lessons were certainly instilled in some of his players, like the Swanson twins.
You know, first off, he's my uncle. He's different because he's my uncle.
This season is truly a family affair for the Carroll football team.
Their granddad is an ex-coach, so they get coaching at home too, and then when we all get together, you know, it's football talk.
Hernandez says his retirement is bittersweet, but he's thankful for the memories.
It keeps us close. It calls for fun times, laughing and joking about it, and of course some serious times. Set, hit!
And speaking of the laughs and jokes,
He can't be messing with me no more. He's not going to be here no more. So, yeah, that's one thing I got to say to him.
Coach Hernandez says that even though he won't be on the sidelines next season, he still has plans to attend all of his nephew's games with a new view from the stands. Reporting from Mary Carroll High School, I'm Erin Hawley, Chris 6 News.
Thank you, Aaron. And I know Coach Hernandez wants to see a touchdown, but I'm sure he was proud of his nephew who made those great catches. That was Braylon Swan says. But now we go to your Carroll Marching Band. And your band break sponsor, Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi.
And now we proudly present the 2024-2025 Carroll Tiger Marching Band. The Tiger Band is led by drum majors Simone Hill and Joaquin Alvarez. Color guard officers are Captain Zamaya Maven, Lieutenant Kimberly Flores, Elizabeth Mendoza, and Delia Rodriguez. Tonight, the Tiger Band will perform their 2024 UIL marching show entitled Black Swan.
That's a great performance by the Carroll Marching Band. We'll have more. Stay with us on Game Night South Texas. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.
All right, great halftime performance by both teams. Great feature stories, and you see the score 7-0 in favor of the GP Wildcats. And how did we get to 7-0? Well, let's get to our halftime highlights, get you caught up on all the action. Brought to you by Miracle Method. Carroll Tigers from their own end zone. That's the man, Nate Bazan, throws it deep to Braylon Swanson, who makes a great catch. But the Carroll Tigers were able to get the offense going after that play, and they would end up punting the ball back to the GP Wildcats. Later, Carroll gets it, and it's a fumble, and it's recovered by the GP Wildcats. So no scoring in the first quarter. Tigers from their own 2-yard line, and look at Jesse Garcia take off like it was shot out of a cannon, and he'll take it. He'll avoid a lot of tacklers. He'll take it deep into Gregory-Portland territory, and it looked like the Carroll Tigers, and the ball was fumbled out of bounds. Carroll would keep the ball. Looked like they were on their way to finding some points, but just a couple of plays later, the hit of the game so far, you see Bazan, he gets hit hard. The ball comes loose. It's recovered by the GP Wildcats, and they get the ball back with about 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. And then as the clock winding down, about a minute and a half to go, this is Adames. Adames with some hard running, finds the end zone. They get the extra point, and that would make it 7-0, and that is where we stand right now here at halftime at Buccaneers Stadium. And when we come back, we'll have some comments from Coach Cal Netherland of the Carroll Tigers. Again, 7-0, game night South Texas. We'll be right back.
Directors for the Tiger Band are Kyle Sardo, Sarah Adipendis, and Dallas Dees. A reminder for the parents or guardians of our duel Tigerette campers, please link the team under the stadium to sign off your students. And go Tigers!
Welcome back to Buccaneers Stadium. And again, we want to thank Truckers Equipment for being our halftime sponsor. They do a wonderful job each and every week. And so does Aron Hammy, who has head coach Cal Netherland on the sidelines. Aron, take it away.
Coach Netherland, the offense is having its moments with some big plays. What's the piece that's missing to connect it all together?
I wish I knew. We're moving the ball, and then we shoot ourselves in the foot. We had a wide open. He was running for touchdown. They catch it, knock it out. It's just one of those things. Like I said, we're still young, but, at this point in the season, you got to just go, and we're just not executing at the level, and GP's playing a really good defensive game. They've gotten better as the year gone on, and they're playing well tonight.
Have to respect what your defensive line is doing as well tonight with some big hits. What was the message in the locker room to keep up the intensity tonight?
Well, if you want to win, you got to keep playing hard. That's for sure. Same thing we always tell them, play the next play. Just keep getting after it. That's the biggest thing right now. Just like on offense, if we just play, we'll be fine. And defense is playing a great game. We just got to help them out.
All right, Coach, thank you so much. Good luck in the second half. Second half coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Ryan, thank you very much. Thank you to Coach Cal Netherland with his honest comments there as we get ready to kick off the second half. And he's right. They're a young team. They're making young mistakes, and this is going to be a learning experience for the Carroll Tigers, but they're still in this ball game. It's only 7-0. And for our, we got some scores who also want to pass along here at halftime. We have 2 other games going on tonight around South Texas. Of course, we got one going on over at Cabinus between Miller and King. What you got there?
The Miller Buccaneers, it's halftime. They're up 48-0 over King. So Miller really looking good in this district. And then we've got Lyford, like you said, against Santa Gertrudis Academy at Javelina Stadium. But it's 14-0 Lyford right now in the second quarter. So since I haven't seen an update, I believe that's our halftime score.
Okay, there you go. All right, so the Carroll Tigers, they kicked off to start the first half, so they'll get the ball here to start the second half. And again, this is still a very close game, 7-0. Again, GP did not get their first points until right before halftime. And kicking off for the GP Wildcats is number 34, Cameron McGinnis. And McGinnis puts his leg into it, and it's a great kick. And it'll go down to about the 5. And this is where they'll return it to the 10, 15, 20, Braylon Swanson with a nice return for the Carroll Tigers, and that is where they will start here in the second half. Did a really good job of mixing the run and the throw in the first half. So, again, Nate Bazan got the start, and let's see if he comes out to start the second half. The sophomore, number 17, and Jesse Garcia's had some good runs as well tonight. And Bazan has done a good job of spreading the passes around to various receivers. And here we go to start the second half, and a quick throw out from Bazan. It's a catch, and not really a whole lot there. And they may have lost a yard on the play.
A whole pack of Wildcats there on that one. Quickly stopping the Carroll Tigers, number 29 on that one.
Big play for the defense, and a big game again for both teams as GP Wildcats came in 2-0 in District 14 5A Division II. The Tigers at 1-1. Both teams are 3-4 overall, but GP came in riding a 3-game win streak tonight. Second down and 10. Back to the run game. Muhammad with it. He'll take it all the way up to, I believe that's Muhammad, to the 24. And I can't get a number.
Number 11, yep, that's Muhammad.
That is Muhammad. From high above Buccaneer Stadium, those dark blue numbers on the powdered blue is a little tough to read sometimes. Third down and 5 now. And Bazan will throw it out. That's Braylon Swanson. Oh, man, he's swarmed in by a bunch of GP Wildcats. He'll be well short of the first down, and they'll be forced to punt here on their opening drive. So 3 and out for the Tigers. Luke DeLeon will come out to kick it away. So not the start the Tigers were hoping for here in the second half, but they'll kick it off here. Then number 23, Ryder Harrison, who is back deep to return the kick. So DeLeon is standing on his own 10-yard line. Good snap. DeLeon kicks it, and this ball should get a pretty good roll, and it does, out of bounds. Everything he's kicked tonight has gone out of bounds. And GP will start pretty good field position. They'll start from their own 37-yard line. Reed Dooms will come out at quarterback. The senior's done a good job of, like Bazan, he's done a good job of throwing and running the football tonight.
You know, it's not something you want to hear, but, you know, both teams have done a great job of punting tonight, getting it deep in the red zone or else getting it where the punter can't return it. Some great punts tonight for sure.
Dooms at quarterback, and again, you have Cody Adames in at running back. And Dooms will hand it to Adames, and Adames up the middle. He'll drag about 2 Tigers with him. That'll be a 2-yard gain. So it'll now be second down and 8. GP comes in tied with the Miller Buccaneers for first place in District 14 5A. Both teams are 2-0, and as Larissa mentioned earlier, Miller is already playing tonight, winning big against the King Mustangs. So Miller will, in all likelihood, go to 3-0 after tonight. Second and 8 now for GP. Dooms back, throws, got a man, caught and knocked loose, and that'll be ruled incomplete pass. And it'll now be 3rd down and 8. So the Tigers are hoping to force a 3-and-out here on GP, just as GP did to Carroll to start the first half. Again, both teams have been able to move the ball fairly well in between the 30s, but only GP has been able to find Peter so far tonight. So here we go at 9:31 to play. GP opening drive of the second half, facing a 3rd down and 8. And Dooms is back to pass, got protection, got a man across the middle, and almost intercepted. Number 16.
Deshaun Porter, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, he had a pick 6 against Alice week 1, so keep an eye on 16. He hasn't done as much since then, but he is very good back there.
Well, again, that will force a 3-and-out. And GP will return the favor, and they'll pump the ball back. Like you mentioned, Larissa, been a lot of punting tonight.
And he'll be able to pin this one deep. He likes to punt it low, so see if Carroll tries to get a block on it. But, oh, it's a high one this time. He tricked me.
I think he kicked it off the side of his foot. And GP will down it on the Carroll 32-yard line. So the Tigers will start 1st and 10. And they just want to pick up a 1st down here and get a drive going. Remember, the Tigers started off slow also, just like the GP Wildcats this year. Then a few Thursday nights ago, they picked up that huge win against the Cal Allen Wildcats and then beat Tolosa Midway the following week. And right now, just like GP, they stand at 3-4, but 1-1 in district. They can't afford to be 1-2 after tonight. Kind of a new look district this year with no Veterans Memorial.
Exactly. And they're the ones that are now with Flower Bluff, who used to play against Gregory-Portland.
1st and 10 now from the 33. Bazan will take it himself, and he'll pick up about 4. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 now for the Tigers. So we're already getting pretty deep in the season now. Seems like yesterday we were opening up district play, but all these games count now.
And, you know, we only have after this one more Game Night South Texas game. We're on a bye week next week. That was the week I tried to get a game, and I just couldn't get anybody on Thursday. Some weeks are tougher than others. And then, of course, we will be on KDF, our sister station, week 11.
All right, we have a flag here before the snap is called. So we'll have Halloween off next Thursday night. Hey, guess tomorrow, Javelina's football team, we're heading to Oregon. We're heading to the Great Northwest, and Javelinas will be taking on Western Oregon on Saturday afternoon. And so wish us luck.
That's going to be a fun trip. That'll be a good one. Are you excited? Are you got your coats packed?
Well, you know, they're saying it's supposed to be rainy and in the upper 40s maybe, low 50s. We'll see.
Okay.
2nd and long now for Carroll. Bazan will get sacked. And they're going to lose some more yardage here. So now going to be 3rd and long.
Let's see if Swanson is out there. See if he can make a play. He's on the near side here, number 15.
Well, he's looked really good tonight. You see the clock running, 8:02 and counting. It's 3rd and 11 now. Tigers looking for their first down of the. Oh, he dropped back. There was nobody to hand off to. He'll throw it and almost intercepted on the other side of the field. Let's take a look at that again, guys, if we can. Miracle method. Looked like he dropped back. Looked like he was intending to hand the ball off, and there was nobody there. So he rolls left, throws, and incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 7:49 to play.
Downfield for the offense, 59. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
All right, so we had a penalty called against the Tigers, declined by the GP Wildcats. So once again, Luke DeLeon will come out to kick. And for Ryder Harrison, he's saying, give me a chance tonight. We've had all these kicks, but he hadn't had a chance to return one yet.
He hasn't, which has surprised me because he's been a guy that's been able to catch the balls a lot before, especially his brother Colton Harrison. So usually there's 2 of the guys, they're a little bit taller.
Man,
they do have some speed.
Great kick by DeLeon, and Harrison will take it. And a great tackle by the Carroll Tigers. That's the best punt of the night right there from Luke DeLeon. Got a college leg on both punting and attempting field goals and extra points. It'll be interesting to see where he winds up next year. But it's been a punt fest here so far in the second half, and now GP will get the ball for the second time from their own 28-yard line. And like the Tigers, they're looking for their first down of the second half, as they're up 7-0 here with 7:38 to play. They were a little conservative on that first drive. Let's see what they do here. And Dooms will fake the handoff. He'll run it himself. Some tough running to pick up about 4. It'll now be 2nd down and 6. And we're 68 slowly getting up for the GP Wildcats, but he appears to be okay as he heads back to the huddle. So it'll now be 2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats as they try to improve their district record to 3-0 with a win tonight. And Dooms faked the handoff, and he'll take it up the middle again, and he's going to be awfully close. I think he did get that precision error first down, and he did. So some tough running from Reed Dooms. That's a 6-yard pickup. We do have another Wildcat player down on the field. And this time it's number 75 who's having some trouble getting up. And that is Andrew Evans.
You know, keep an eye with the Dooms running the ball. See if that opens up the run game for Adame again. Because, again, it seemed like when they both ran the ball well, that's whenever Adame was able to sneak through the gap. And that's the thing, Adame is their main running back in GP. You know, at least on the Carroll side, we know it's Muhammad, but we saw what Jesse Garcia can do. So they've got 2 guys who can run it on the Carroll team if they get tired. But when it comes to the GP running game, it's just Adame, and Adame does a great job, but he's their main running back. So Dooms is going to have to sneak in a couple quarterback keepers to help balance and keep Carroll on their toes.
Adame had a nice run, that last one, as he picked us some 6 tough yards to get that first down. Evans able to get off the field on his own power, so it'll now be 1st and 10 from the 38, 6:54 and counting as they try to play keep away. That's their first down here of the second half, and we're going to throw it across the middle, and that could be gone. That's going to be 6 for Brandon Coates. He'll take it the distance, and the GP Wildcats stretch their lead down to 13-0. Reed Dooms to Brandon Coates, who was wide open, left alone across the middle. Nice catch, and then he just simply ran it in for the easy score.
And that's an Aztec Auto Group of Beeville touchdown. I was waiting for Coates to break one away. Coates, again, that hot hand for Dooms. They have such a strong connection out there, whether he's getting the deep ball, whether he's catching it in the flat. And I knew just one of these passes he was going to break away. Let me see if I can do the math real quick. Let's see. It's 50, that's 60, 62-yard touchdown for Brandon Coates.
Benton Palacios in for the extra point. It is good. They stretch their lead to 14-0. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in the third quarter. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. We'll be back with a replay of the touchdown right after this. Well, the GP Wildcats have opened up a little bit. There's your score. It's 14-0. Let's head down to the sidelines, check in with our sideline expert, Ron Hammy.
The defensive slugfest continues, guys. Carroll came out and we're still plugging up that run. It was going to take a perfect pass from Reed Dooms to get past that defense. And, of course, he's found his man, Brandon Coates. He's been hitting a lot tonight. I have thought Dooms has looked pretty crisp. He has thrown the ball pretty hard. His receiver's just not grabbing it. But I think Dooms looks pretty good tonight.
Well, we have a turnover on the kick. Braylon Swanson fumbles the ball away, and I believe that the GP Wildcats have recovered the ball. Yes, they have. So following the long pass play, Carroll turns it over on the ensuing kickoff, and the GP Wildcats are back at it in the red zone on the 18-yard line. Not sure. Yes, let's take a look at the replay, guys. And all this was happening as Ron Hammy was talking from the sidelines, but we may have a big hit here, Larissa. Let's check it out here. So you see Braylon takes it from his own 3-yard line.
And he doesn't drop many.
No, and then
wow,
ball
21
comes
had him
loose.
in the legs, and 21 knocked the ball out. So let's see, 21 who had him in the legs, that was Isaac Gonzalez, and then JT Mobius punched the ball out.
Well, during the instant replay there, we already had a play there run by the GP Wildcats, an incomplete pass. So it'll now be second and 10 now, ball on the Carroll Tiger 18-yard line. Don't want to call this a knockout punch a little bit too early, but it obviously
that way.
Kind of feels that way. You got to keep that Carroll defense. They're trying to keep GP out of the end zone as Dooms keeps it himself. That's about a 4-yard pickup.
He's already running the ball a lot more now this second half than when he did from the start.
So the GP Wildcats sitting now at the 15-yard line. It'll be third down. Third down, officially 6 yards needed to pick up the first down. So 3rd and 6. And the clock is running. 5 minutes, 58 seconds to play, up 14-0. As they look to capitalize on the fumble on the kickoff following the Gregory-Portland touchdown. So Dooms is back to pass. In trouble, he'll get sacked. That's a huge loss. That's a big defensive play by the Carroll defensive line. And it is now going to be 4th and long. And they're going to, let's see what they do. They may bring in the field goal unit here.
Oh, and they're going for it. The
they
kicker,
are going to go
27
for it.
From Gregory-Portland. That's Ben Palacios, the senior kicker.
So Palacios will try it. This is going to be a 38-yard attempt. And high snap, good hole, kick is up. Does it got enough? It's a little bit short.
You know, I like that they went for it, though, because with playoffs quickly approaching, there's going to be a time where they're faced with a field goal attempt. And, you know, that was short, but it did have some good distance. How far did you say it was out?
38 yards.
38 yards. So I like that they gave him the attempt there because, you know, I remember a few years ago, you know, when Refugio made it to the state championship game. They finished second, of course, but to make it to the, you know, Refugio is a high-scoring team, but to make it to the state championship game, they had to rely on a field goal kicker, and they got it done. They beat Timpson in the state semifinals in Houston.
Got to have those kickers, without a doubt. So Carroll gets away with giving up points there on the fumbled kickoff, and the pass is intended for Mohammed, and he could not hold on. That'll be incomplete. It'll now be second down and 10.
Carroll, you know, with that missed field goal, that, you know, it was, like you said, it was in favor of GP, the momentum, but with that missed field goal, Carroll really needs to score here on this drive. They've got a long way to go. We
got Drake Tim in, by the way, at quarterback now for the Tigers. And he'll throw it out and misses the target.
He had number 29. He was looking for Ignacio Arellano.
So a change of quarterback now for the Tigers. Tim is in there, and they've tried to throw the ball here on the first 2 plays. Incomplete. Stops the clock. It'll now be 3rd and 10. So the Tigers making a switch here to see if they can get the offense going here. 3rd down and 10. 4:58. Tigers down 14-0 here. And Tim is in the shotgun. And he'll drop back. Has time. Pretty pass. It's caught. Nice throw there by Tim down to the 34-yard line. That's a Precision air first down.
That one was caught by Charles Marth. Oh, and look at those fans. They're really excited. Some Carroll fans that are dedicated in this one. It's not too cold today.
No, it's very comfortable out there tonight.
But, you know, great catch there. Those are some receivers' names we haven't heard. So, again, two different quarterbacks. They both have their different go-to receivers. So, we're seeing some new names step up here in the second half.
Tim's going to throw it again, and it's a catch. And
Cameron Salinas tried to make something happen, but Gregory-Portland sniffed that one out so fast in the flat. He didn't have any lead blockers. Oh, look how cute. He is leading the band. Look at him go. I can't read the name on his back, but he is doing a great job there. A future band major. That's awesome to see there at Carroll on the sideline.
2-yard pickup. It'll now be 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers, who have got to find a way to get on the scoreboard. Being down 14-0 here late in the 3rd quarter. Have a new quarterback in there, Blake Tim, and he's going to hand it off and going to pick up about 3. So it's going to be 3rd and long now for the Carroll Tigers. Not really a whole lot of running room there for Muhammad. 3rd down and 8. 3rd down and 6 officially. Tim will throw it. In and out of the hands, out of bounds, incomplete.
Some big hits tonight. That one, number 26, Cameron Garcia for Gregory-Portland. Huge hits tonight from both sides of the ball.
It'll now be 4th down. I think the Tigers are going to go for it here. They almost have to, being down 14-0. But nope, they're going to bring out the kicking game. Going to bring out Luke Dillon to pump this ball away. Well, it is 4th and 5. And the defense will just have to stiffen up here and try to keep GP out of the end zone and get the ball back and try to make something happen. If you're a Carroll fan, that's what you'd love to see. If you're GP, you want to score some more points. And looks like Ryder may get a chance to, no, he's not going to get a chance to return this ball. And they will down it. And the GP Wildcats will come out for another possession here in the 3rd quarter. They'll be starting it from their own 27-yard line. So 3 games tonight, a whole slew of games tomorrow night. Miller is in control over Cabanis, winning big over King.
And then we got a mix-up again. You know, GP's if they can hold on to this lead, they're looking good in 2nd. Of course, there's still 2 games left. And then, I like that cheer for the cure. I love seeing those fan signs. Of course, Carroll, they're kind of battling for that 3rd or 4th spot. They haven't made playoffs in a few years, so they really want it. But then Moody and Ray are in the mix, and that's the game I'm going to tomorrow night. We got a fumble, I think. That one hopped around like a Hot Pocket.
Well, Dobby got up with the ball, so he was able to hold on. No gain. So it will now be 2nd down and 10. For GP, you just want to try to run the clock, get some first downs.
And this Carroll defense has done a great job up front of stopping it. Of course, GP in the, I believe it was at the 2nd quarter, was able to move the ball around when they were able to deliver in the flat, go for the deep ball, really mix it up and spread this defense out.
Well, we got some movement again on that GP offensive line. That'll be 5-yard mark-off, so it'll now be 2nd down.
On the offense, number 71, 5-yard penalty, remain 2nd down.
All right, you heard the man. Ball start. 2nd down and 15 now for the Gregory-Portland Wildcats, who have come a long way after starting off 0-4. They seem to have found their game, and of course, this is when you want to be playing your best football this season. They've certainly been getting better with each and every week. 2nd down and 15 now for Reed Dooms, the senior quarterback, number 8. Will throw it out, and it's a catch. And we got a big gainer here to the 40.
He is gone.
He is going to take it to the house. This is going to be a 70. Well, he may not. He may get caught, or will he? That's a 78-yard touchdown from from number 11, Carter Dominguez. Carter Dominguez made a nice catch in stride, took off. 78 yards later was see ya, and that may have been the knockout punch.
You know, we were waiting to see Carter Dominguez take off. He made some catches, dropped a few tough passes, but definitely was a guy that Reed Dooms kept going to alongside Coates, and it was about time, just waiting for it when he was going to break a long run. And that juke move, when we go back and look at the replay if we go to timeout, but that juke move he made was very impressive.
And Palacios comes in, bangs it home. And it is now 21-0 with a minute 28. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. Wildcats in control. We'll be back after this.
Media timeout.
All right, welcome back. Game Night South Texas, the Gregory-Portland Wildcats. You see on your screen they've stretched their lead down to 21-0. Good Thursday night crowd on here at Buccaneer Stadium as you're watching live here on Chris 6 tonight. And if you missed any of the highlights so far, we'll have your complete highlights coming up on the sports tonight on Chris 6. And the kick. And, ooh, man. Looked like that came off the face mask. We got a good return here up to the.
That's Jesse Garcia. He does not want to be brought down. They should have their running back catching the ball more often back there because he is tough to bring down.
Let's go back and look at the touchdown. Miracle Method will show us here. This is a 78-yard touchdown pass from Reed Dooms to number 11, Carter Dominguez.
And look at this juke move. This is what you got to look right there.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's the move of the game so far. And then he takes it off. Up the gut, they're not going to get him. Turns on the speed. I thought about maybe right here they might catch him, but he had the angle.
I think if 88 hadn't cut off 3, or no, that's 53, not 3. I was going to say 3 is one of their faster guys, Ryan Guetta. If he was chasing after him, he could have caught him. He was probably on the far side of the field because he's one of Carroll's fastest defensive backs.
That's the longest pass play of the game so far, and the Carroll Tigers are back on offense. They go to the run game, and they'll pick up about 8 yards. All right, let's head back down to the sidelines. Check on the Ron Hammy. Ron, 21-0. Boy, GP in control, it appears now.
Yeah, guys, I just got out of the defensive huddle with the Carroll Tigers, and the defensive coordinator says, look, guys, if we're going to make mistakes, you just got to play through them. Speed past wherever you were, find a new mark, just recover and find the next play, and that's what Carroll's going to have to do. This one's getting a little out of hands. It felt like there's been kind of two moods on the sidelines before that last touchdown. Defense was all hyper. They were keeping them in this game. Offense just struggling to find 2 to 3 plays to string together here. Time's running out on them. They got to find something here in the next 2-3 drives.
All right, thank you, Ron. Jesse Garcia did pick up the first down, the precision air first down for the Tigers, so they're able to move the chains, keep this drive alive. And there's 24 seconds on the play clock, 23 on the game clock. So we're going to get one more play in before the end of the third chapter. And Tim, the quarterback, will hand fumble and recovered by the GP Wildcats.
That's Ryder Harrison who fell on it. It was an Ewald Kubota turnover. Right place at the right time. Ryder Harrison. But I want to see who made him cough it up because that was a big hit on Jesse Garcia.
Well, I tell you what, it's another costly turnover by the Carroll Tigers. And let's see who was that man who came up with a big hit. Number 24, it appears.
Aiden Moreno, the name that also had the big hit earlier. That's his second forced fumble. Thank you so much for Miracle Method. That way we can highlight the right man, Aiden Moreno.
So GP gets it inside Carroll territory now, the 48-yard line, already up 21-0. Another costly turnover. That's their second turnover of the second half. All coming, of course, here in the third quarter with 9 seconds to play. And again, Reed Dooms comes out at quarterback. He's got Cody Adami in the backfield. Dooms drops back, throws it across the middle, and another great catch across the middle. And, of course, that is Brandon Coates this time. And he's down to about the 10-yard line.
And we're going to have to take this one to the other side of the field. Let's see if we can get a quick replay in before we go into the fourth quarter. Miracle Method helping us out.
And you'll see it right here. It just Dooms with a dart of a pass. And a nice catch there. It's 21-0, GP in control. When we come back, we'll have the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back. Game Night South Texas brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. You see the score. It's 21-0. GP has first down and 10 on the Carroll Tiger 13-yard line. And again, they go to the ground, and not a whole lot there. Maybe a pickup of 2. As that again was Cody Adami, the junior, number 5, who's had a big night tonight. He scored the game's first touchdown. It was 7-0 Gregory-Portland at halftime, but they came out and scored a quick 2 touchdowns in the third quarter. And that's where we stand right now, 21-0. Second and 8. Dooms in the shotgun. Got a man, and it's another touchdown. Number 7 this time, Braden Flores. And GP has just about locked this one up now, up 27-0. And once again, they do it with a passing attack. And they have been very, very effective here in the second half. And you see Braden Flores walk off after the nice catch. He was open in the back of the end zone. And once again, Ben Palacios will come out to try the extra point. And for the second time here in the second half, GP takes advantage of a Carroll Tiger turnover. They turn it into 6 points and possibly 7 here if Palacios knocks it home. And he does. So with 11:19 to play here in the ball game, the GP Wildcats now lead 28-0. We'll be right back.
Media timeout.
Before the first kickoff, the first pick, first possession, and the cheer, stay hydrated. After the last touchdown, the last out, the last pull, and music notes, stay hydrated. Before and after events, remember to stay hydrated with Corpus Christi water. Corpus Christi water is proud to provide clean, fresh water to all athletes, students, families, and sports fans across the coastal belt.
All right, welcome back to Game Night South Texas. The Gregory-Portland cheerleaders throwing out those rally towels. And I want to thank our rally sponsor, Rally Credit Union, for those nice rally towels they threw out. So GP is about to kick off. After the kickoff, we'll replay the touchdown. As Cameron McGinnis tees it up and boots it. And the Tigers is returnable from the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 down to the 32-yard line. Let's go back and look at the Miracle Method touchdown, as you saw moments ago on the replay. Let's take a look at it. And, of course, we want to thank our touchdown sponsor, the Aztec Auto Group of Beeville, sponsoring that last touchdown. And we'll cue it up here. This is not the touchdown, obviously, but this is the turnover that would lead to the touchdown. We'll come back to that here in just a moment. First down now for the Carroll Tigers from their own 32-yard line. Tim is back to pass, got time, throwing it across the middle, and almost intercepted, throwing it into double coverage. Try to hit Braylon Swanson. So, guys, you let me know when we have that Miracle Method surface refinishing replay. And again, this is the Aztec Auto Group of Beeville touchdown as Dooms throws it, perfect pass, nice catch there by number 7, Braden Flores, to make it 28-0. Gregory-Portland taking advantage of the Carroll Tiger turnover. That's what good teams do. They take advantage of turnovers and score them and turn them into points. Tim hands it off to Muhammad. Muhammad will get it to the 36-yard line. He'll be about 5 yards short of a first down. Tigers looking, well, to avoid a shutout tonight. They want to get some points here before this game is over. So right now it's going to be 3rd and 7 from their own 35-yard line. And again, in at quarterback here for most of this second half has been number 10, Drake Tim, a junior. And Tigers need to pick up 7 yards here if they want to keep this drive alive. Tim has good protection, throws, and nobody there. Incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock with 10:18 left to play in the game. And once again, Carroll is going to be forced to pump the ball away. And once again, number 20, Luke DeLeon, will come in to punt to number 23, Ryder Harrison. We've seen this a lot tonight. So DeLeon will stand on his own 21-yard line. Good snap. And this is a booming kick way over Ryder's head. This is going to go all the way into the end zone. And that is a 65-yard punt from Luke DeLeon. And he almost was able to stop the ball before it rolled into the end zone. So GP Wildcats will get the ball back up 28-0. So it looks like GP is on their way. They will stay undefeated in district play, tied for first place with the Miller Bucks. And the last time you checked out on Miller, they were still shutting out the King Mustangs, right?
Yes, and I haven't checked on them since. I'm trying to pick out a big hit of the night. A few of them that I had marked down weren't there, and then there were some other ones that I hadn't seen. So I'm trying to figure that out. I can look at some scores later.
We have this from we have it from the first half highlights, that big sack.
Yes, I'm just trying to figure out when that happened and who that was. So.
All right, here's a big handoff and pickup of about 9 yards. It'll be second down now for the Carroll Tigers. You go back and look at those first half highlights.
Well, no, I knew which one it was. The problem was I actually had my notes correct.
Okay.
And I actually did have, that was the hit I actually was looking for. But I got confused because I have Riley Harris written down and there's a Ryder Harrison. So I was like, maybe I wrote that down, and I was like, that's not the right number. So it turns out that was the play that I was looking for the entire time.
Gotcha. Meanwhile,
so I gave away the one that I'm going to pick.
Okay. Meanwhile, I had a 10-yard penalty marked off against the GP Wildcats. It'll now be first down at 20. You see Coach looking on. He has to be pleased with what he has seen, especially here in the second half. So Reed Dooms will hand it off, and not a whole lot going there. Gain of maybe about a couple of yards. So be sure and join us tonight at 10 o'clock on Chris 6 Sports with the highlights of this game so far as you look at the Tiger Band on a Gorgeous night for football.
3 games and 3 shutouts tonight in the third quarter. Miller is up 68-0 over King.
68-0, you said?
68-0.
My goodness.
And then in the fourth quarter, Lyford's up 26-0 over Santa Gertrudis Academy.
Well, GP off to the races again after the catch all the way down to the 32-yard line. Another precision air first down.
But a new name we haven't said, that is Braylon Nicholas, the junior from Gregory-Portland, getting the ball. He's got a lot of size there, number 81.
Yeah, we're starting to see some new guys in there now.
And there he goes again.
And he said, "Hey, coach, you play me. I'll show you I can play."
Looks like it says receiver, but he looks like he's a tight end for sure for this. I mean, he is in the receiver spot, but he's got some size for a tight end. But, maybe he's got that receiver size for a college player, so that's why he's out there on the far side.
That was another precision air first down. And once again, GP is able to manage a lot of yards after the catch. And that's Brandon Coates. That's another precision air first down. That's what GP's done all night tonight. They have taken a lot of these short passes and made them into huge gains. A lot of yardage after the catch. 1st and 10 now from the Carroll 43-yard line. Dooms is back and avoids the rush. He'll take off. He'll get it down to the 30, to the 25.
Wow, he
lowers
knocked him
his
over.
head. That's another precision air first down. It's 3 straight first downs now for the GP Wildcats.
Great
they get
play
it down
by
to
Reed Dooms.
the 22-yard line. We'd show you the replay, but they're holding up pretty well. Not holding up.
Oh,
but
we do have an injury
Okay.
timeout, so we will be able to show the replay. Luckily, you won't be able to see us trying to get up, but hopefully it's just a cramp. Let's see if we can pull up that replay, though, on that big hit by Reed Dooms.
So Dooms is okay. They want to go to a break. We're going to go to a timeout first.
They don't want me to see it. I just wanted to see him go.
8:05 to play. Game night, South Texas, 28-0 GP. We'll be back with that replay after this.
Media timeout.
Welcome back. Game night, South Texas, first down and 10. GP has reeled off 3 first downs in a row. And they have got it going here late in the ball game. 8 minutes to play, in control, up 28-0. And Dooms will hand it off. And
We got a new running back there, number 20 for the Gregory-Portland Wildcats, Johnny Long.
let's go back and look at that run by Reed Dooms right before we went to commercial timeout. And you'll see Dooms is
They
back.
hear me. They knew I wanted to see it.
But, it looked like he wanted to throw the home run ball.
Oh, he did. And there was just no receivers open, and he found the small gap there was, weaved his way through his linemen, and good thing that there were no, bad blocking or anything, no holding or anything to worry about, and he was able to get that first down.
Last play was good for 3. It'll now be 2nd down and 7.
Coates in motion.
Dooms is going to throw.
And he's going to Coates.
And another touchdown.
Wow! What
Brandon
a catch.
Coates with a tremendous catch. And
that's an Aztec Auto Group of Beeville touchdown. And I like those dance moves by Gregory-Portland. Wow.
34-0 now. GP is pouring it on the Tigers here at Buccaneer Stadium.
Coates was in motion, and Dooms followed him all the way through, and Carroll just did not have an answer. Great to see that in the red zone for Gregory-Portland. I need to look up on the schedule. When does GP play Miller? That might be next week.
Flash is in now. He's 4 for 4 now on his extra points. And he is now officially 5 for 5. So with 7:11 to play here in the ball game, it's 35-0. Let's go back and look at that Aztec Auto Group of Beeville touchdown, brought to you by the Miracle Method Surface Refinishing. And you see Dooms back. He'll throw it. And a really nice catch here, just where only he could catch it. Brandon Coates, the senior.
And that's why Reed Dooms is one of our Chris Super 6 showcase. Oh, look at the board. Let's see if we can pull up our picture. That is the 1974 football team. If you could see the Megatron, you'd see the picture. There it is. That's the picture I tried to bring up earlier. This is the first ever district championship from the Carroll Tigers. I mean, look at these men. They were 9-2 that year. So great to see that they will be inducted and honored in the Carroll High School Athletic Hall of Fame on November 2nd.
I was 14 years old when that photo was taken.
Wow.
And I was a future Tiger at the time.
So those are the guys you looked up to.
Absolutely. Here's the kickoff now, and this will be returnable from the 9. And he'll bring it up to the 10, 20, dances his way to the 30, 35. We may have a touchdown. He could take this all the way to the house. Let's see if he can outrun one last. Gregory-Portland
goes.
Touchdown. Tigers, they avoid the shutout.
Jesse Garcia. Wow.
And there you go, Carroll Tiger fans. You have found the end zone tonight. It's about an 85-yard kickoff return. That's electrifying. And Jesse Garcia, who had a long run earlier tonight from scrimmage, takes it the distance, and the Tigers are on the board. And Luke DeLeon will come in to try the extra point. And the Tigers refusing to give up. And nice kickoff. He had some great blocking. DeLeon will slam it home. Let's go back and take a look at that Aztec Auto Group of Beeville touchdown, courtesy of Miracle Method. And you'll see him, he'll take it. This is going to be a 90-yard
I do have to
return.
say I'm sorry. I saw Jesse Garcia has been running well. Don't get me wrong, but that was number 12. This is 21. This is Charles Marth for the Carroll Tigers. So that's my apologies. Look at him go, though. Nobody touched him.
Well, there was a 1 and a 2 on the jersey. It was just a 2 and a 1 in front of it this time.
I just had it reversed. So Charles Marth, congratulations.
All righty. 35-7 now with 6:56 to play. And let's see if the Tigers come out and try the old-fashioned onside kick. So tomorrow night we're going to have game night. I'm sorry, tomorrow night we'll have the Friday Night Fever. And again, the game of the week will be?
The game of the week will be Bishop at San Diego.
That's right, on the blue turf.
The blue turf, so very excited about that. You know, they're both trying to battle for that top district spot. There's another team, Santa Rosa, I believe. I'd have to go back and look. There's a team from the Valley that's kind of battling for that top spot with them. So, but that'll be a key factor of who will take the lead there. Bishop has a really good running back, so San Diego will need to do a good job of stopping them. But San Diego, what a year they've had this year. As well. So really excited about that one. And again, I'll be over at Cavanis because I believe it's at Cavanis. The Ray Moody game is going to really be a factor for who makes playoffs because I believe winner of that game will more than likely take that 4th playoff spot. Right now, based on the game that we're seeing tonight, it looks like it's going to be Miller up top. Of course, it could be GP. GP's got Miller next week. That for sure is next week, and that could be a game of the week. The Gregory-Portland Wildcats are at Ray
ask them
Stadium.
Ask them to move the game to Thursday night. We'll televise it on Halloween night.
That's
Just
true, especially if they win today. They'll
tonight.
feel pretty lucky.
Well, Luke DeLeon does what Luke does. He kicked that one into the end zone, unreturnable, so GP will get the ball from their own 25-yard line. We have done some, I've been to a lot of Thursday night, I'm sorry, not just Thursday night, but a lot of Halloween games, and those are always a lot of fun.
I was really looking forward to the costumes.
Once again, it's Brandon Coates on the receiving end. That's a 5-yard pickup.
Some great games, though, coming down to the wire. You know, also week 10 is going to be Alwa Dulce versus Bimbolt. That's a nice little rivalry in 2A, so definitely going to be keeping an eye on that one as well. But, yep, this GP Miller game, based on what I'm seeing from GP today, up 35-7 with 6:31 left in the 4th quarter, that game is going to be good against Miller because both teams can run the football, but they're also very balanced with receiving, and they both had Chris Super 6 showcase quarterbacks.
Second down and 4 for the Wildcats. They'll pick up maybe 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short.
When was the last time, Alan, that 2 Chris Super 6 showcase quarterbacks battled against each other? I know I'm putting you on the spot. It It was a game of the week game this year.
Was it?
You know, we picked Sitton a lot, so I'm giving you a tip.
Well, I guess it was, what was it, the Cal Allen Sinton game?
The Sitton Miller game.
Sinton Miller game, okay.
Trevor Long is one of our other Chris Super 6 showcase quarterbacks, and he's putting together a very solid resume this year.
3rd down and 2, big run here. Look out. And big number 21, that of course is Isaac Gonzalez getting some playing time now. You're trying looking at a roster in the dark?
See, I think that's why I got 12 and 21 confused.
Exactly what we're doing right now.
I'm going to hold it. We got one big light back here. This
A little light bulb, but it's over your head, not mine. So.
It is. That's true.
So Isaac Gonzalez is getting some playing time. Well, you know, all these guys that have come in for GP late in the ball game have shown they can play when they're in the game. I mean, they've got a lot of talent.
They can. You know, they're still keeping Reed Dooms in the game, but you know, a lot of these guys, look at them. He's just breaking through. That's the name you just said.
Again, and he's one tackle away from breaking that. And the young man who brought him down is slow getting up. I believe is that number 8?
That is number 8 on the roster. That is Kobe Solis.
Yeah, and that was a touchdown-saving tackle that Solis made. Let's go back and look at that run, guys, if we can. The Miracle Method replay, and we will show you a nice run by Mr. Gonzalez. It looked like he was headed for the house. So had a nice tackle.
Just a small room. Even one of the linemen almost got him. He was breaking away so many defenders. Look at number 8, Solis, how he had to chase him down across field. Great play there. Don't like to see it, but I will say off camera now the young man has gotten back up, so that's great to see as well.
It looked like he may have hurt his right leg a little bit, but he is walking off.
And this is that time of the game, too. There he is. This is that time of the game where it could be cramps. You know, it's a 4th quarter, 4:54 left to play.
Are you doing your play of the year again this year? You're doing the...
Oh, we have our play of the week every week on the Friday Night Fever.
But you'll have your play of the year, right, at the end of the year? So you doing that this year?
You know, I have so many PTO days. I normally take off those final 2 weeks. Shh, don't tell anybody.
No, PTO, no.
Paid time off. But, you know, I always feel bad.
Those are the best 3 letters in the world, right? All right, Dooms is going to throw it. And
top shelf catch.
Yeah, it's a nice catch. And number 7, of course, is Braden Flores. And he'll get inside the 10. They're looking to get into the 40s here with 4:24 to play here. Are you surprised they're still throwing the ball this late in the game?
You know, I am, because they've pulled a lot of their starters. But you know what? I think this is a great opportunity for Reed Dooms to, you know, because next week they're going to have to throw a lot. They're going to have to bring their A game against the Miller Buccaneers when they host the Miller Buccaneers on Friday night. So I like that they're throwing the ball. I like that they're not trying to just, I mean, you know, it's hard. It's hard at this time. You know,
Well, Dooms is going to take it himself, and he'll find the end zone. He wasn't even touched. And that's another Gregory-Portland touchdown as they break this one wide open now, 41-7 with 3:50 to play in the ball game.
And he almost went in untouched there.
He did. I don't think anybody touched him, to be honest. We'll take a look at it here in just a moment.
You know, you asked me a question. I have a question for you.
Okay, but again, I want to get in real quick. That was an Aztec Auto Group of Beeville touchdown. Got to get the old sponsor in. They're paying the bills here, right?
That's true. That's true. Got to get them. You asked me if we have a play of the year. I don't know if we do. I didn't do one. I haven't done one actually the past 2 years. I didn't know that was something you did. So I've done play of the week every week. But who was our player of the game tonight?
Well,
I put you on the spot.
Well, we've had a lot of GP guys. The kick is good, by the way.
You got some time to think about it because we're going to break.
Okay, 42-7, 3:50 to play. All GP. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. We'll come back with perhaps our player of the game right after this.
Kicking off with the Wildcats, number 34, Cameron McGinnis.
right, welcome back. Game night, South Texas. We've thought about it here as far as player of the game. I think it's got to go to Reed Dooms, the quarterback for the GP Wildcats. He's thrown for a lot of yardage tonight. And he put the ball where his receivers could catch it and run with it afterwards. Here's the kick. It's a short kick, and it's going to run out of bounds. All right, so now it's also time to announce our big hit of the game, brought to you by
King Ranch Ag and Turf. So let's see who is our big hit of the game. There you go, King Ranch Ag and Turf. Let's see if we can pull it up there. Well, I can tell you it was a sack that led to a fumble. Big hit by number 17 there from GP. That was Riley Harris. And number 15, Cole Ziprian, picking up the fumble. Let's see if we can watch that big hit one more time. Blindside hit will do it every time.
Yeah, he came in unabated, and somebody missed the block there. There's the Tigers talking about it here at 42-7. So he gets the big hit of the game. Reed Dooms is our player of the game.
It's just hard not to pick him because, Dooms is connected. A 78-yard touchdown pass, which I know Carter Dominguez did a lot. Like you said, a lot of yards after the catch. He's been able to find Coates. I just like how Dooms has looked so comfortable in the pocket tonight.
Nate Bazan is back in at quarterback for the Tigers, and he'll pick up about 4. Coming up after the ball game, we'll have an interview with head coach Davis after the ball game, get his thoughts. And, we had a nice long talk with him before the game, and he talked about how he felt like his run defense was really hurting early on in the season, and they've come on to play strong, and they look good again tonight. This is Muhammad this time, and Muhammad was some tough running. He'll come up about 3 yards short of a first down.
And this was a great lead-up game for Gregory-Portland going up against Miller because, again, Robert Muhammad's a tough one to stop. When they throw in Jesse Garcia, though, it does throw a kink in the mix, and he's able to run the ball very well. But next week, they've got Broderick Taylor, one of the top running backs in this district. He's tough to stop, but what makes it difficult, too, is because Miller has some talented receivers as well. So that opens up the defense, keeps them on their toes, and then that's when Broderick Taylor takes off. He's a big back. He's hard to bring down, but the way GP's defense looked tonight, that's going to be a very fun battle next week.
3rd and 3, and they'll hand it off. Tigers are looking for a
Muhammad
first down.
takes the
Muhammad's
edge.
got a first down and more. 45 down to the 42. And that will be a precision error first down.
That's the kind of speed Muhammad has. He's one of the bigger backs as well. He likes to power through up the middle, but we haven't seen him running around the edge very often. He does have some speed, and what he normally does is run up the middle, finds a gap, and once he's gone, see you later. But, he hasn't been able to do that. Like you said, GP's defense has done a great job plugging up the holes in the middle, but finding room on the outside there. Maybe let's see if we can get a pass now from the Carroll quarterback.
Well, Bazan has shown that he can throw the ball effectively, and he does throw it out to a wide open receiver and through the hands of Braylon Swanson. Well, Braylon's looked really good tonight with 2 all-pro catches, and then there's been a few that have gotten away from him, but that one did, so that'll stop the clock.
And just a sophomore, so definitely, he's
Oh,
still young, so he's going to have a bright future ahead of him here in the Coastal Bend. And then, of course, this is all with Carroll's starting quarterback out the past 2 weeks, Nick Contu. He should be back next week, and the Carroll Tigers will definitely need him to try to make that playoff push. But, again, this quarterback hasn't done bad at all.
Well, Muhammad with a big run here. He's going to be close. He's going to be about a half a yard shy of a first down. Good run there from Muhammad.
Oh, I didn't realize there was another game today. That caught me off guard.
Really?
Another shutout. Who would have figured?
A mystery game being played tonight?
Ben Bolt defeated Bruni 44-0. Lyford shut out SGA 26-0. And I'll see if I can see if King has been able to get on the board against Miller. We'll see. I'll look up a score here in a second.
We almost had one here until the Tigers
that kickoff return.
Had the kickoff return. You're right. Here's Muhammad looking for a first down.
No,
and
it was a
No,
different guy.
It is a different guy. You're right.
They faked it. That was a great play. It was number 12. That's Jesse Garcia. That's one of the few plays they've had both running backs on the field. I really like that.
Precision error first down with 1:30 to go. Carroll in no rush here. Want to get out of here and get ready for their next game next week.
No change in the score for the Miller game. Still up 68-0 in the 4th quarter.
No surprise there. Bazan will take it himself, and he'll go down to about the 25-yard line. We've got time for maybe 1, maybe 2 plays left in this game. Don't forget, join us 2 weeks from tonight. We'll be in the big city of Bishop as they host Val Furious. That'll be our final Game Night South Texas broadcast for this year, year 12 of Game Night South Texas.
And again, if you want a sneak peek of Bishop, you can see him on our Game of the Week highlights tomorrow night. Ron Hammy will be there.
Here's Bazad going to go all the way to score and incomplete. And, of course, Thomas J. Henry's been with us since day one, 12 years now. So we appreciate them for helping support
Game Night South Texas, Friday Night Fever, Game Changer of the Week. I mean, you name it. Thomas J. Henry has been a proud supporter of Coastal Bend Athletics.
And we've added some more sponsors as the seasons have gone along.
I know my rally towels. I need to post my picture tonight. Both cheerleaders helped me out throwing those out, and I've got some great pictures, one with the Gregory-Portland cheerleaders and one with the Carroll cheerleaders. Always love to see those rally towels.
3rd down and 8 for Bazan. He's looking to throw the football. In trouble, throwing it into the end zone. Got a man, incomplete, and that's going to be a pass interference call against the GP Wildcats. It'll be 1st and goal from around the 1-yard line now, looks like. Carroll may have a chance to sneak in one more score here before the game is over.
And don't forget, tonight at 10, Ron Hammy will have your highlights for GP versus Carroll, as well as catch my story from Anthony Bonda and Jose Trevino as they get ready to throw the first pitch tomorrow in the World Series. It's Dodgers versus Yankees. Did you know there are 7 high school baseball players from Texas in the World Series, and the Coastal Bend has 2 of them? It is proud to say.
That's pretty amazing. That just goes to show you baseball is such a great sport here in the Lone Star State.
I do appreciate both of those guys giving me time as well. Very busy schedule. Again, 7:08, that game starts tomorrow.
Bazan going to throw in the end zone again, and it
Top
is
shelf.
in and out of the hands of the would-be receiver.
Bazat, I will say this about Bazat. He has thrown a lot of passes, like you said, in the vicinity, right in the hands. You know, it's some tough catches to make, but those are some elite catches right in the breadbasket. Let's look at this Miracle Method replay again. I think if he just had his hands a little bit together. Oh, look at this cut. Look at this shot right there in the middle of it. Man, that was tough. Great job by Nighty Escobar being our sideline camera for the football games. You know, we gave Victoria a shout-out with the band coverage. I had to give a shout-out to Nighty.
2nd down now Bazan goes down, and he goes down hard. Helmet comes flying off. Now that could have been your big hit of the game.
I was going to say that. I don't even know who mostly did it. I have to go back and look at that replay. It was 33-35. Like, here we go. Miracle Method helping us out here. I'm going to try to look real quick, get a number. Who was there first? It was a race. 33-35 together. I'm going to give it to both of them. And number 33 is Angel Reyes, 35, Justin Flores.
Well, that's your ball game. Final score, Gregory-Portland 42, Carroll Tigers 7. And the GP Wildcats, they have now won 4 in a row after starting off 0-4. They're rolling now, and they improve now to 3-0. They stay tied atop the district standing for the Miller Buccaneers. And for the Carroll Tigers, they fall now to 1-2 in district play and 3-5. Overall, you see both teams there congratulating each other, and we're going to try to get Coach Brent Davis for a post-game interview here in just a moment. But it was a tight game at halftime. It was 7-0 GP, and then they took off, took advantage of a couple of Carroll Tiger turnovers, and then they just took off. All right, let's head down to the field. Looks like Brent Davis is about to talk with Mr. Hammy, and Ron Hammy's got Brent Davis, so let's head down there now.
All right, Coach Davis, your boys really flipped the script there in the second half. You had to have said something, or the coaching staff said something to get them their focus there in the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we were playing good. We were just making a few too many mistakes, you know. We did make a couple of adjustments, helped us out in the second half, and kids played hard. You know, our kids played 4 quarters.
Absolutely did tonight. And now you guys started 0-4, but you've been on a hot streak in district play on your way to another playoff spot. What does this do for your momentum in the final 2 games, especially Miller coming up?
Right. Yeah, well, that's a big one, obviously. You know, we weren't worried about them till we got by Carroll, and now it's all about Miller. And, you know, they're sitting there 3-0. We're 3-0. going to be for the district championship in our backyard, so we're excited about it.
I'm sure that'll be our game of the week. We're looking forward to it, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, thanks for having me on the field once again tonight. Back up to you in the booth.
All right, Ron, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, district championship on the line next Friday night from Ray Aikens Wildcat Stadium, and it'll be fun to watch, no doubt. And both teams will be coming in on a high. And Gregory-Portland playing some great football right now, and this is exactly where they want to be. And they want to finish strong, and they're doing it. And tonight they put on quite a show, beating the Carroll Tigers by a score of 42-7. Larissa, any final thoughts?
Gregory-Portland. If you had told me they were going to start the season 0-4, I would have been shocked because this team did look good. So to see it, they had a tough schedule. So to see it finally coming together, really excited to see how the district championship goes down next week at Ray Aikens Wildcat Stadium. Look at that team. They're so thrilled. Oh, that's the rivalry trophy. I found
Battle
out
of
this
the
week
Bridge.
they had. I didn't know they had a trophy for it.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Battle. They've had that for many, many years. It was lost for a couple of years back in the 90s, but they were able to find it in somebody's apartment, and it is back. All right, so they are the Battle of the Bridge champions for 2024. Again, 42-7 is your final score. And for Larissa Liska and Aron Hammy, I'm Alan Harwell, and for the crew, thank you so much for watching. We're going to join NBC programming in progress. Chris 6 News coming up right here at 10 o'clock. And, of course, Aron Hammy will have your highlights of this game coming up on Chris 6 Sports. And Larissa will have that really good story on our two local ball players in this year's World Series. Good night from Buccaneer Stadium. We'll see you 2 weeks from tonight from Bishop when the Badgers play host to the Falfurrious Jerseys. Good night, everybody.
Thomas J. Henry's Game Night South Texas is a presentation of Chris 6 News, presented by Thomas J. Henry.